Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 39.
39. Almost messed up. But it's 39.
We're about to be dead on your ass, too. Kenny T is not with us today. He's on a family vacation in Louisiana right now. He had to make a run. We was up a little late last night. I was beating him down in spades. Do you want to explain the loss last night, or do you want to just keep it going? Okay, you want to keep it going?
Yeah, this whole
all right.
I told this nigga yesterday, don't bring up none of that. It wasn't my fault. And we're going to leave it at that.
Oh, so you don't want to name drop who part it was?
I want you to name drop. No. For the niggas that was there. You know who you are.
You know who you are. Shall remain nameless.
Hey, it wasn't my fault.
Nah, it's all good.
I ain't Master P.
But
yeah.
OT is in the building.
What's good? Y'all know Smoke was in the motherfucking house. The Dean is ready, baby.
I am D-Trill AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast. How you fellas doing on this glorious morning?
Man, good, man. Just went and bought me another goddamn spaceship. Damn, me.
Was out here getting to the bag, ain't you? Hey. Show money ain't even hit yet. You getting to the bag.
Hey.
Spit it before you get it up.
But hey, spit it. Hey, I never had it. My pocket's been smoking, so when I get money, it disintegrate.
Yeah, no, that whole clean, man. We seen it. You know what I'm saying? We seen it last night.
Appreciate that, man.
Brand new truck, boy. Proud of you. It
can't tow nothing. If y'all niggas fall in the ditch, I am sorry. We call the tow truck out.
It's not built for that.
Yeah.
The truck itself is, but my truck is not built for that. Oh, man, we got an interesting docket today, man. We got some new music came out. First record, as y'all already heard, Lemon Pepper, right at the top of this pod. Drake released a 3-pack. What's y'all opinions on?
Come on, man.
Hell, super fire. That the one with Lil Baby, though, I had to listen to it a few times, honestly. I honestly had to listen to it a few times.
Hey.
I did.
I don't know why it took that long.
I don't know.
You heard Baby rapping on that?
I did. Yeah, and that's why I'm mad.
Baby was going off.
He was.
But if we don't get a Ross and Drake tape before they retire out the game and die here, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill myself.
Shut up, bro.
We have not forgot. We need that YOLO tape. We have not forgot about that. Streets need that, man, for sure. But yeah, so if I had to rate, I mean, the first record I ain't really like too much, but the second two, yeah,
I like the first record.
Streets need.
See, I had What's Next as my number 2. Lemon Pepper, of course, is 1.
Of course,
and then yeah, What's Next.
I like What's Next.
Yeah,
the cadence is only just different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the one thing.
That's gonna be in the club. We was talking about that too. That's
the one thing about Drake, the nigga be changing the cadences, like changing the way niggas gonna rap. Watch.
True. That's true.
Watch. So it sound foreign to us now. You get what I'm saying? Give it a year.
Everybody gonna be done adapt to that.
Niggas gonna be rapping off beat because his first maybe 8 bars he was off beat on purpose, and then he sprung it back together. So yeah. I'm telling you.
I know one thing though. Lil Baby should be arrested for doing that to somebody on their own song like that. That is unreal, man.
You know, a lot of people was I don't want to say a lot of people, but some people was mad because they were saying he sounded the same.
Who, Baby?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is another thing. Oh, Pete. This is for Pete. Pete said, "The Baby don't get as much. He gets more slander than Lil Baby, as far as when he's rapping about the same style."
Oh, you mean as far as cadence and different things like that?
I felt they kind of both get to hate the same, roughly.
You know, I like the Baby too, man.
You think it's more the Baby though?
No, but I like the Baby.
The Baby get more slander for not changing his style than anybody in rap.
Why? Everything I put out might be hitting.
That's just what it is. I mean, they be critiquing him as far as the beats.
And then he gonna get. Then on top of that, he gonna give
soon
you
as the beat
all
start,
the
he coming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. he ain't breathing on the beat.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying. He ain't giving you no slack. No goddamn 10-second window.
At all.
As soon as it drop, you gonna get all this. This is what you paying for, right?
Straight up.
Yeah.
You know
but I mean, again, I don't think the grievances is flow. I think they tired of hearing the same beats. Is what it is.
Okay.
Because he got the same kind of Fruity Loop kind of bounce beats. Like all of them are the same. If
boom,
you was,
boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Something like that. I get you.
Compared to but Lil Baby, it don't matter the beat. He gon' do. You know what I'm saying? He can give you. What's that record that he had about the civil? Civil rights.
Bigger than Black and White.
Bigger than yeah.
I forgot
bigger picture.
Bigger picture.
But yeah, so he can give you that, and then you see what he did on this new 3-pack, and then everything that he'd been doing up until, which is why it's still baffling to me that they gave Rap of the Year to Meg Thee Stallion. Don't get me wrong, I love Meg, but
you know why they did it.
Stop it.
You know why?
Stop it, man.
It's political.
But we're gonna stay in music, man. Recently, it was a situation happened with CyHi. Y'all heard what happened with CyHi?
Yeah, man. They tried to kill him and shit.
Yeah, he said he
ran out the road, or
he said he was driving on the highway. He noticed somebody following him or whatever, so he tried to switch lanes, weave, speed up, whatever, and they was on his ass in a Maserati.
Yep.
And then he even went so far as to get on the shoulder, hit the brakes, and start reversing, and the Maserati like passed him up and U-turned on the highway.
Wow.
To come back and get him. And then he ended up, pressing the gas again, going the opposite way, jumping off the exit. And he said as soon as he jumped off the exit, he looking in his rear view, they behind him, and he started hearing shots. So he started trying to weave or whatever, hit a curb, and then rolled down off into like a little creek, forest or whatever. And he was upside down. Of course, the car tumbled 3-4 times. He tried to get out. He said luckily his sunroof was open. He was able to climb up out the sunroof or whatever, and then he went to hide in the woods. But he said when he was hiding, he seen the people in the Maserati pull up, hop out the car, walk all the way down there to the embankment, and start shooting up the truck even more after they flipped over. But luckily he had hid somewhere and went to a neighbor crib, to stall him out until he seen a lot of police cars or whatever come through, and then he came back out and he knew one of the policemen or whatever. But yeah, they tried to kill him. I think they shot the car like 30-something times or something.
And where was this at?
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. Yeah,
in Atlanta. Yep.
That's wild.
That's fucked up, and I like the music he been putting out lately.
Yeah, that boy cold, man.
That boy is otherworldly. Yeah. I want to hear the tape. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear the tape. I wonder what's going on with him and Good Music. I don't think he ain't even on the label no more.
Nah, he a free agent. He recently put out a post on Instagram. He was like, "Look, I got 3 albums ready to go." He said, "I just need somebody to partner with me to put them out. Labels hit me up or whatever." And then he said he was on the phone with he's about to be on the phone with the dude from Empire. So he probably finna sign over there, and then he gonna start putting this, dropping his stuff the way he supposed to be dropping it. But yeah, he was just tied up in paperwork with Ye and them with Good Music, but he finally up out of that. So now he independent. He trying to make it happen on his own. But I mean, I bring that situation up to ask y'all. Podcast is getting bigger. We're not full-fledged celebrities yet, but do y'all fear celebrity?
Absolutely.
And why?
And it's because we don't know everybody. You as you get bigger, you do have to be more conscious of your moves. You can't just get out and move around all willy-nilly like you used to, because once you have a name, for some reason, people get jealous. Automatic. It don't matter what it is. They want what you have, or they just upset at themselves because they're not in that position.
Right.
So for no reason, they don't even have to know. You don't have to say nothing bad about their name, but it's, oh yeah, he got some bread. I need some of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think that's some bullshit. That's some hoe ass shit.
Hey, I ain't scared of it, man. It ain't nothing but crabs in a bucket, just like the hood, baby. I'm really got that. I know what that environment feel like. You know what I'm saying? But when you a superstar, of course, it's more pressure, because then you don't know the niggas that want something. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? But it don't bother me. It don't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, it don't bother me, but I do think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just don't. The fact that like right now we have the privilege of moving freely how we want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't want to, like Drake was talking about, every time he pulling up in Suburbans and shit like that. And like, I really don't want that to be my lifestyle. Like everywhere I go, I gotta have all this security and protection around me. Like that's just like, as fun as it may be to like get to that status, all that other stuff, I just don't feel like it's worth it. Maybe it is though, but you know what I'm saying? You really have to be at a super comfortable position.
I'm telling you right now, I get to that status, I'm still pulling up in snow out there.
Not dolo.
I'm pulling up in snow.
Not dolo.
I'm dolo as far as human being, but I ain't dolo if you catch my drift. So you
I
want
feel
it.
it. I feel
if
it
you
though.
want it, yeah, you can have it.
I feel it.
But it's gonna come with a few things with having it.
Might cost you a little. Might cost you a little.
That's the part that scared me though. Context. CyHi had his in the whip. He was reaching for it when they started shooting at him. And, you know, he said he reached in the dash, pulled it out or whatever. He said, let me set it on my lap. This when he was trying to get rid of him. But he said by the time they start shooting, it was too late to do anything. Now he's just trying to scramble and get out the way. Right. So it's like you could have it on you and still die. You know what I'm saying? Right. But in regards to like how I feel about it, it terrifies me, to be honest. And the reason it does is because, just like you say, you know, if you're familiar with the hood environment, different things like that, you know, you know how to handle yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's different because when you in the hood and you into it with dudes that's in the hood, it's fair. Because you know everybody, or you know who your ops is, you know how to move, what gas stations to go to, what not to go to, what projects to go to, what not to go to. But when you a celebrity, they got the drop on you at all times. They gonna know where you are when you torn. Oh yeah, he had such and such club tonight. Oh, okay, so we could send 40 dudes out there and just wait outside for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to move with a different level. You know, just like you said with the SUVs and different things like that. How Drake moved, he ain't got a choice. They got people. You look at Benny the Butcher, one of the most respected rappers in the whole industry, and they ran down on him at Walmart and shot him, trying to rob him. Conway got robbed when he was in Atlanta. You know, the list goes on.
R.P. Chucky Trill too. Chucky Trill just passed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And more bullshit.
Right, Mo3, same way. How they killed him? They was waiting outside of the girl apartment for him. They knew his car, knew where he was gonna go or whatever, and waiting outside the girl apartment all night. Followed him there, waited outside for him. When he left, they shot him. It's just little things like that, and you don't know him. They know you though, and that's what's scary because it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? If I was low, we into it with somebody, okay, then I can, you know, I know how to move. I know to send pays to her family crib, and we, you know, mask down and do what we got to do. Go hunting. But you can't do that as no celebrity. You got millions of dollars to lose, different things like that. And then if you try to pay somebody to do it, they get caught, they'll snitch on you. So now you got to go do 20 for conspiracy. So it's just the rules are not fair. And that's what scared me about it. So it's going to make me more paranoid. It's going to make me, I don't know, just move with the, you know, bulletproof everything, just all kind of stuff. Because you never know. Like, you ain't even got to be no street stuff or whatever. Just like CyHi. CyHi say, bro, I ain't been in the streets in 20 years.
Right.
Which is what he put on his Instagram post. He was like, you know, I genuinely want to know, like, who shot me. Like, just reach out to me. Can we squash this? Is it something that we can do? Like, why are y'all doing this?
Right.
I'm past that. Like, I don't owe nobody no money. I didn't run off on the plug or nothing like that when I was doing what I was doing. I came into this thing scot-free. And they tried to kill him, tried to blow his brains out for nothing. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like you could be moving the right
I
way.
read about his story. When he signed the Good Music, he took that advance and gave it to his OGs to let him out.
Right. Right.
So you gotta respect that.
That's the thing. You could be moving the right way. Look at Nipsey, moving the right way. If it's the, you know, symbol of what a stand-up dude is. And it's just the fact, like, dude had so much hate for him. And Nipsey barely knew him. You know, they knew of each other because they from the same set, from the same hood, but that ain't a everyday we kicking it kind of, you know what I'm saying? Nipsey is on the bigger things at the Grammys and doing all kind of stuff, but he just going back and forth to his store to show love to the community. This dude come in there, and Nipsey even talked to him in a respectful way. He didn't say, snitch ass nigga, get away from me. What the hell is you on? Snip was like, hey, bro, word in the street is that, you know that you telling or whatever. You need to go get that cleared up. Said it in a respectful way. They could have just pressed him right there and, you know what I'm saying, put hands on him. But dude was so, you know, ego so hurt, love come back and blow Nipsey head off in front of his own store. So it's just like, you know, don't get me wrong, fame is cool, money is cool, but it's dangerous. And that's why people be saying, you know, being an entertainer or whatever is the most dangerous, one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. That's 1,000% true.
That's real.
You got a bullseye on your chest.
Everybody know where you at.
That's why I tweeted the other day, I just want to get my bread and get out the way.
Right.
That's it, man.
So, like, you always got to be on point, or you got to have somebody with you that's on point. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man. But yeah, I just thought it was an interesting question to bring up to y'all boys.
Facts.
All right, we're gonna stay right here and rap. Hov again. Recently sold the majority of his stake in Tidal to Square.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, we have been seeing Hov in pictures with Jack Dorsey, who owns Square. And for a while, they was doing dinners or whatever. And kind of find out that was the reason they was negotiating a deal. Hov gonna get $297 million for selling his stake. And I think that puts him at $1.4 billion net worth. His net worth went up 40% based on that deal.
That's what's up.
So, you know, again, round of applause.
He's gonna lose probably a third of that. But I'm talking like what it is, 1.4?
Right.
So he probably gonna lose like about another 200 million or 300 million for him to go start another business because you got to realize he sold a business, so he needs something to carry him again.
Well, he sold his majority stake. He still got rights in the business, and he negotiated. He on the advisory board for Square now. So
that's a hell of a
right.
deal.
So
Square gonna be some big shit soon too.
Right. So again, man, he out here moving how he's supposed to be moving, fresh off of the Ace of Spades deal or whatever. So that right there is real big. Shout out to Hov, man. We gonna go to. I saw a headline about y'all governor, man. Supposed to be opening up the state here pretty soon.
100%.
He already did it.
No, on the 10th.
On the 10th?
100%.
100%.
Houston been opened up, bro.
Masks will no longer be mandatory.
Houston been opened up, bro. We ain't gonna sit here and fake it. We ain't gonna sit here and fake it,
Clubs
goddamn
been
me.
jumping. Clubs ain't lost no money.
No money.
Besides the first month.
That's it.
Maybe month and a half, whatever. But about May, it's been jumping ever since.
Look, have your mask on when you come in here. When
Straight
you in
up.
here, you good. You know what I'm saying?
That's how he was doing it too.
Literally, as soon as you walk in the door, you can take it off. Like, what sense does that make? Niggas walking all the way back to their car just to have it for 30 seconds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Because
gotta
they
make
gotta
it look pretty. It's Houston, baby.
Yeah.
The money don't stop here. The money do not stop here. Everywhere else, like Atlanta and
It's
all
money,
that,
bro.
you get curfews. Oh, now everybody got to be in the house at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Everything shut down at 11, 12. In Houston, you name me one business been shutting down like that, like the popping scene been shutting down at 12.
Nah.
You boy, they might kill you. They might kill you. You try to go to that door. Hey, bro, we got to shut it down at 11. Bro, get the fuck from around here.
You got places changing their name to restaurant and bar so they can stay open.
Yeah. That's real
Hey,
shit.
it's
Serve
a way
hot
around
wings. They talking about restaurant.
That's real shit. You get what I'm saying? It's shit like that. Bro, it's crazy, man. So Houston, hey, we been open. I don't know about the rest of Texas, but in Houston, it's like we our own state. We been open.
Literally.
Really and truly. Here's a question though. Do y'all will y'all keep wearing the mask?
Yes.
Y'all gonna take them off?
I'm keeping my mask.
I'm gonna keep wearing the mask in some stages. Some stages.
I got a better question.
What?
Are y'all gonna take the shot now?
Never. I think a zombie apocalypse gonna come around for this shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm on the
I ain't
fence.
took it yet. I don't know.
I'm on the fence. I've been thinking about it now.
Fuck that.
But I ain't never had a flu shot.
I ain't never had a flu shot ever.
Me neither.
I ain't never getting that shit, man. Why would I give myself a virus to be sick for a few days? Fuck wrong with y'all niggas, man?
Yeah, I done had it though. You know what I'm saying? And my smell still ain't all the way back right. Like it's back, but like certain things smell different than they used to. So it got lingering effects or whatever.
Damn.
But
You need some of my blood. Now, do you need some of my blood to cure all that bitch ass blood?
Zamunda. Oh, that's is that on there too?
it's on the docket.
Okay.
It's on the docket. Look, he already jumping ahead.
My bad. I ain't know. I'm just.
Nah, it's all good. But I mean, while we here, let's stay here. Did y'all see Coming to America? And what are y'all thoughts?
I was trying to watch it, but I kept getting interrupted, so I didn't get to watch it.
Oh,
Some real shit. When I first watched it, I said, this is the most garbage shit. Why would they do this? But then I had to go back, take the lens off, and watch it again.
Because you got to realize for us grown folks, we looking at it through the lens of
Right.
the first one.
Right.
You get what
So
I'm
I
saying?
had to take that off. And when I watched it again, that shit funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm in the kitchen laughing with them. Dog, that shit was hilarious to me.
okay. Rated on a scale of 1 to 10.
I give it like another 7. It was solid.
What about you?
6.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I got
A
it.
few
at
funny
6.
moments.
I think my only issue with it was the storyline. Storyline was terrible. I don't like how they say, "Oh, you got drugged." Oh, spoiler alert! If y'all ain't seen it, skip past this part. But yeah, I didn't like how they, he drugged them and it's like, come on, fam. They could have, like, it was so much stuff happening in the first one. Y'all could have pulled anything that was realistic. Y'all didn't have to go back and create some nonsense that happened.
Yeah.
So that was my first grievance. Second grievance was the dude that was playing his son. He just wasn't it for me, bro.
He trying to be like, feel like he was trying to be like Killmonger on the cool.
Or like,
That's how it seemed like.
yeah, it was like a bad mixture of Killmonger and Marlon Wayne. It was just a lot going on. And I was just like, like you could just see him overacting, like trying hard to be funny. And I'm just like, they could have found somebody else to play that. You know what I'm saying?
Wesley did his thing.
They could have found.
Yeah.
Wesley might have been one of the funniest characters to me.
Which is wild because Wesley ain't a comedian.
Oh,
And that's what I was just like.
I mean, well,
back
back in the day, in the early '90s, he was kind of.
yeah. When my nigga and white man can't jump. Yeah. My
even
nigga
before
was,
that.
my nigga was
But
on that
he
shit,
was
though.
funny without trying to be funny.
Yeah.
He was just funny just off his aura. But here he's like
Yeah.
a comedian.
Yeah.
He's trying to, like, they're putting him in funny situations to be funny rather than just act. Like, because even in New Jack City he was funny. But, you know, he was just playing himself. But he was just slick with it and different things like that. But this not that. This is goofy funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, I mean, it's cool. It was cool. But the barbershop scenes was gold.
Oh yeah.
Barbershop scenes was gold. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Yeah, man, it's hard to go wrong with that.
Had a funeral for his daddy before he died.
He died at the funeral.
For real?
We gotta stop telling them, hey, if
My
y'all
bad,
ain't seen
George.
it, man, go watch it, man. We're not gonna spoil it no more. Yeah. Yeah, so
And Tiana did her thing too. We got to shout out Tiana Taylor.
yeah,
Tiana's so
Tiana
fine,
was tough.
boy.
But you know who was bad? His the older sister. I liked her.
Oh yeah, she was tough.
I liked her.
She was tough.
Man. I did.
You gotta watch
And
that movie. You gotta watch
and the groomswoman too.
You got, I thought it was solid. I really did. I thought it was solid. After I gave it a chance. Now the
Where his wife was.
first 30 minutes was kind
The
of
girl
iffy.
he married from the first one. She in there?
She did. Yeah, Lisa.
Eddie
did.
Murphy. Yeah,
Everybody, it's just interesting though. They was able to bring a lot of people back. The only people that I noticed they didn't bring back was Eddie Murphy's mama. I mean, Akeem's mama. Lisa's sister wasn't there, and
They should have brought back
damn, it
Samuel
was
L.
somebody
Jackson.
else.
That would have been funny. That's what I was waiting on.
Nigga still robbing.
Still robbed 30 years later. Yeah, but
Louis was in it. What's his name?
yeah. But when I move up to the, then I make assistant manager.
Yeah.
What he was then?
And
He
that's
was in
when the
there.
big bucks start rolling.
What he
in.
was then? He was still.
She's still working in the shop. They end up building McDowell's in Zamunda. So like, him, Lisa Daddy, all of them is like running that McDowell's that's in Zamunda now. They say now they got me washing lettuce. Then I'll move up to fries. So wow.
See, and that's the lens we watch it through.
Right. And that's what
But you
I
got to
was
realize
like,
for the young folk, they most of them never even seen coming to
Right.
America. So it's a fresh lens for them. You get what I'm saying? But for us, coming to America, the first one was it's
That was legendary.
it's more than legendary. You get what I'm saying? Like
the mistake I made was I watched that and then I watched the first one right after it. And I was like, this ain't even in the league of funny.
oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. I was just like, cause in the first one, like damn near every scene you laughing at something. Even when they wasn't trying to joke. They was being serious or cussing each other out or whatever. It's still funny. But in that one, I was just
Yeah, it's nothing. You can't cuss. I mean, you can, but you can't cuss like they was freely cussing back in the day.
that's true.
They was,
That's true.
especially like Harlem Nights. Shut up, bitch.
What Red Fox? Recipes Red Fox.
Man, that movie that's so legendary. Everybody
come on,
dead
man.
except Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Everybody dead.
Damn, that is true. Tommy, Robin Harris,
That's
Red Fox,
crazy.
Richard Pryor. Yeah. Everybody.
Dolores, she still?
Charlie Murphy. Miss Dolores is gone too, yeah.
like that's fucking nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Well, and Arsenio alive though.
Yeah.
Arsenio is alive. He the only one living.
Arsenio alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right there is classic.
Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall is the only one still living from that movie.
The chick who ended up who was
Sunshine.
Sunshine?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
She alive. Yeah,
But she ain't.
She is.
She ain't no big actor though.
But she not, she fell out of it.
Yeah, she ain't no big actor though. I'm talking about the big actors, big comedians in that. They all gone.
Yeah, legends. They had legends. I still don't know how they pulled that off.
I
That was a
wonder
lot of legends.
I wonder
in
what
that
the movie scene was like in there every day, like the acting
Hilarious.
scenes. I wonder how many tapes they burned through.
Fam, come on. Damn the takes. You can imagine the jokes behind the scenes that was happening.
You better not wear nothing wrong today.
One more person I forgot to shout out. He had a small little cameo. That boy Nav Green was on that hoe.
Oh, he was.
Nav Green was
yeah.
in
Shout out
there.
to Nav Green. He was in there. He was with the family. The girl that got Akeem or got pregnant by Akeem.
So who was some up and coming actors in there that you know what I'm saying? Like they got little cameos like that. Or they was just in there.
They had Ross in there.
Oh, I know.
Talking African.
Michael Blackson.
Yeah, Michael Blackson was
He was
in
like he was like one of the military leaders.
Well, he old though. I'm talking about like the
talking
new
about
up
the young
coming
ones. I don't know. It wasn't too many young ones like that was in there. which is why Nav stood out so much. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's dope. But you got to watch it for yourself and then come back and let us know what you think about it.
All
right, we're gonna move right along. Before I got sidetracked,
my bad, dog.
It's all good. Did y'all hear about the VP of Nike? Son?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah. So basically, what
stealing ass
for the listeners that aren't familiar with what I'm referring to. Basically, she's the VP at Nike, and her son is running a resale business. Now, when you sign the contract to be an employee at Nike, it says clear as day, reselling is forbidden. Because they get, crazy discounts. I heard it's like up to 40% off what I read in the article. So it's like, you'll be basically robbing the company by doing that. If you're getting a 40% discount and you selling it at a 500%, whatever. But her son did that. He had a whole line going. And because he wasn't an employee there, they couldn't persecute him for it. Or they couldn't get her in trouble for it either. Because she didn't have any direct involvement, and the son didn't sign the contract. So how they painted it, or why Nike let it go was because of that. But he had a whole business booming. I think they say he made like, what they say, $600,000 or something in 1 year or something like that by doing it.
That's crazy.
So everybody that's on them sneaker apps and everybody that's on the waiting on the shoes, wondering why you didn't get selected. He in the back on Instagram with 200 boxes of shoes behind him, Jordans,
selling them for 500
Yeezys,
piece.
Everything. He all on Instagram stunting, like, you know what I mean? But he done basically like got in there and finagled the resale system.
But I did notice he either had shades on or something, or he was taking them far away. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't slick,
bro. He was slick enough because they let it go on for a year and some 2 years.
Yeah, 2018.
And they only caught him because she had a big transaction under her name.
And she came out and told him
what
that it was going on, the VP, and which is I think another reason why they didn't like penalize her super hard,
because she just came out and said
it.
But they let her go though.
Right.
So was she unaware, or I guess she might have heard some rumbles and was like, all right, let me.
Come on, man. That's her kid.
Your son bringing in 600 racks. What you doing, bro?
Yeah.
But they got money.
No.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
But still.
Because we talk.
You know your son. You know what your son doing.
Not even that. You a VP at Nike, nigga.
Yeah.
You a millionaire. You a millionaire. Your son ain't got to work at McDonald's, Walmart. So if you bringing in this type of money, what you doing, son?
Yeah, that was just interesting. But
she knew.
As soon as I seen the article, I immediately felt sorry for everybody that be waiting in line on the maps.
Let her would have been black though.
That's why I never wait.
Come on.
That's why I never wait.
Which is what a lot of people was outraged about. They was like, they gave her a pass because she's white.
Nigga, let that woman been black.
Because they make mistakes. They can make mistakes.
Correct. So, but
it's fucked up, bro.
It's all good, man. But shout out to him for finagling, man, because I would have probably did the same thing.
That's real. I ain't knocking the hustle. Now.
So you gotta respect.
I'm just saying the situation.
So he can still flip if he wanted, huh?
He could, but it's an ethical thing. I think she gonna put it into that just based on the the optics. But I mean, if he wanted to, he could.
So he not getting penalized in that.
No,
he can't. No. He didn't sign a contract with them.
I know.
Yeah. So
damn.
And why is you taking 15,000 from your mom's anyway when you made 600?
Who took 15,000?
The one that 15,000. It was a big transaction on her car, right?
No, 100. He paid like 100 to get the shoes or something like that. That's what they found. It was like 100,000.
Oh, well, I guess he was trying to hide it.
He was trying to hide.
I guess because again, like he knew that there's some sideways stuff going on. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because his moms could be like how Nike could have did her. They could have pressed her, took her to court, and said you giving inside information and that you facilitating this situation happening. That's what they could have did. And if they was black, that's probably what they would have did. But they didn't do that. They basically said, okay, look, because you came out and told us, we're not gonna press the situation at all. Just stop doing it, and we can let go on about our business, basically. But he was like the kid. He was trying to hide it because he knew it was wrong. On Instagram with 400 boxes of course. Now, for outsiders looking in, we thinking, okay, well, his mom work at Nike. It makes sense. But he flipping. He wasn't showing the bank account. He wasn't showing the money. He just showing the shoes.
Yeah, it was 100,000, 132.
Yeah,
Bro, let a black person steal
already know.
132 of anything. 132,000 of anything.
Purchase 132,000 of
We gonna be in jail.
Resale company. Yep.
132,000 sneakers for his resale company.
We gonna be in jail. It ain't no. Hey, I just want the money back.
Wild part, he started a business with it. Was it Joe Hebert LLC? I think is what his name is.
I forgot what it was.
Yeah, Joe Hebert LLC. He started a business so he could separate himself third party from any liability. He did it smart. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to respect the hustle. But he knew it was wrong.
I'm not hating on the hustle. Because if I had that type of privilege, I'd probably do it.
Of course.
But it's fucked up.
It is though.
You know how long I be waiting on them days?
That's why I don't even fool with it, bro.
Get straight on that bitch at the right time. You supposed to get on a second. You hit that bitch sold out. What the fuck? How?
With my attitude, no. That's why I just go in the mall, just pick what I want.
But you know, it always been rigged. Even dating back in the day, like when the shoes used to go to the store. If we had somebody work at the store, hey bro, put two of them aside for me, fam.
Real talk.
But they telling everybody, hey, we out.
Yeah. Hey, you got an extra $100 each pair, man? I got you.
Right. That's real. And I done paid it before. So it's like,
no.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a hustle regardless.
I
But
told one of them
it
whole
was-
ass niggas, I'm calling corporate right now. That nigga came right out with the shit. Bitch ass out here. That's nigga.
Oh man. But all right, man, we're gonna get into a more serious discussion. Recently on the I Am Athlete podcast, they had a big discussion about, men being a man not providing a safe space for each other to express themselves. We just gonna play a little clip.
We so cool with each other. Our kids play together. We hang out, we party, we gamble. Why don't men talk to each other about stuff like this? Why when I having a tough time, do I not call y'all?
And, that was just, I think, a little trailer clip. But basically in that episode, they got into some deep stuff. I know Ocho, shout out to Ocho. His mom's recently passed. And, they was asking him, how's he doing? I think they was, the discussion based on, Vincent Jackson recently died. Rest in peace to Vincent Jackson. They found him in his hotel. He was in his hotel dead for 3 days before anybody even, knew something was wrong. So that was the basis of the conversation. And they was like, well, look, man, how can that man go 3 days? This supposed to be a brotherhood. He done played with hundreds of teammates. Nobody checked on him. Nobody knew what he was going through mentally or whatever for him to go out that way. And, that led to a bigger conversation about, do men provide a space for each other to be vulnerable with each other?
Hell no.
And why do you think that is?
Shit, we just supposed to suck that shit up, be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Most of the men I know, we built to be goddamn strong out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, no matter what it is, don't complain, nigga. Get out of here. So, with giving that, you placed with that burden of, hey, no matter what's going on, I gotta always keep going. You know what I'm saying? I gotta calm everything else that's around me down and keep pushing. Whatever my emotions is, just follow that shit. And that's what we built to do.
Yeah. Why do you think that it's been hard for men to create a safe? I think like in recent years we've made a more concerted effort. But why do you feel like it's been such a hurdle for us to create safe spaces for us to express ourselves?
I don't think, at least with us, I don't think we don't make it hard. We just love enjoying our time together. You know what I'm saying? So why would I come over here and tell you about my problems knowing that you got problems going on? So I don't want to add, you know what I'm saying? Because now you thinking about me or worried about me, what I got going on top of everything that you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm a man, I'm a big boy. You know what I'm saying? I put my pants up. I gotta go on a daily grind like everybody else. I can't make no excuses, like period. You know what I'm saying? If I want to live the life I want to live or whatever, like we just can't make excuses. So I don't know. We just don't talk about it. That's all it is. Like I don't think that we can't. We just don't do it. And some dudes may, you know what I'm saying, think it's soft or they may not have time for it. Some men don't even know how to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, we like I said before, we enjoy our time together. We like having fun, playing dominoes, going out, get a couple drinks. Like we trying to progress. We trying to talk about how we're gonna make these next steps, how we're gonna make some more money. The next, big thing that we're gonna do. We don't have time to sit around and just say, damn, like, even though we got all this stuff going on, I got a lot on my back right now and I just need to vent or I need to But we need to though. We need to. We need you to sit down and say, well, what's up, man? What's been going on with you? Like, what's up? What's been on your mind? Because sometimes we do, you know, we feel it sometimes when everything not right. But what we say, I'm good.
Right.
Because we don't feel it's big enough. Like, it ain't that, like, shit really have to hit the fan for somebody, you know what I'm saying, for us to really start talking.
Which is 1,000% true. And leads me to my point. I think, first off, you know, I can speak for black men specifically. Society don't let us be victims. We've never been able to be victims throughout history. Even, you know, slavery, a lot of things. Like, we just expected to just shoulder things, keep pushing, be that strong backbone for the family. Don't never express yourself, you know, in a weak way or in a vulnerable way. And it's out of fear of looking vulnerable, not only to each other, but like to the people that's depending on us. We don't really get an opportunity to depend on people like women do, or like kids do, or like, you know, animals do, or just everybody else aside from us. We don't have a support group when things go wrong. We don't have a you know, national association that we can go to, and you know, where they fighting for black men's rights or different things like that. But if you look at every other gender and every other race, they have that. Even with, you know, white folks in regards to therapy, that's a very new thing for us. For one, because we was never able to afford it. And for two, it's just been labeled as taboo in our community forever. Oh, you don't need to go talk to nobody. What, you crazy? They tied therapy to you being crazy. But when in reality, therapy could be used as maintenance. You don't have to be going through nothing, depression, you know, deep or nothing like that to get therapy. And that'll, you know, work in preventative ways to keep you away from that if you go about doing it. But again, it's so taboo in our community, especially in regards to us. Like, people look at you crazy if you come in, yeah, you know, I'm going to therapy Tuesday. You know, I just got dealing with a lot. Everybody look at you like, damn, what's wrong with you? And that's the stigma. So I think that done been the main hurdle in regards to fighting that. And, you know, man, we just don't want to look weak around each other too.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's the hard part. Because if you look at it, like, women don't mind going to their friends and just unloading about the smallest thing. Hugging each other. Men don't hug each other. When last time you gave your boy a genuine hug, like, hey, bro, I just, you know what I'm saying? You knew he going through something.
That soft shit off.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's what it is.
But again, it's just looked at with just a negative connotation. So it's like, we just like anybody else. If you train somebody up to be a certain way, when they become an adult, they're going to go with what they know. They're going to go with what they was raised to do. And that done been our biggest hiccup. But I think, it's like I said earlier, like, we are progressing into a new way of thinking.
Yeah.
In regards to that, you got, you know, and I know us, we ain't never really had no problem. Like, when one of us going through something, you know, we go right to the group chat with it. Or if we don't want to put it in the group chat, we may call, you know what I'm saying, each other individually. Hey, bro, man, this situation happened, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no problem going through stuff like that. But a lot of men do. Real. And we got to change that.
Facts. That's big facts. And I was even talking about with my mom this morning, just, I don't know how I want to do it, but I do want to incorporate it with Krew in some kind of way, just some type of mentorship program.
Yeah.
Because my mama was even talking about, like I said before, I don't think she even heard the last podcast or whatever, but she was talking about how my little brother, matter of fact, and this hit me, you know what I'm saying, this morning. My little brother, shout out to my cousin Cal, when my little brother was coming up, my cousin Cal, rest in peace, he taught my little brother how to tie a tie, like I was saying before. You know what I'm saying? So when he passed, that was, you know what I'm saying, they hit him a certain way because not a lot of, again, like I was saying before, a lot of men know how to tie a tie. So True. That small little thing right there really affected him some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just shit like that, man. I just want to, like, just finances, just small stuff. Like I told my brother, like, my brother good with his hands. Like I said, bro, we can employ you, have people fix on cars, like, just small, you know what I'm saying?
Because I done got lazy
labor
in my
work.
old days.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we just got to, I want to be the next generation to build these young men.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of way. I can't do everything. We don't know everything. But at the same time, we know other people who can get them in the door or at least just get them in front of them.
Right.
So that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying, going forward.
That was the interesting part. I was talking to my daddy the other day, and I was thinking about that, just like about how, like we even me and his relationship, it's not as vulnerable as it should be. Like whenever my daddy is around, I want to walk around with my chest out. I want to, you know, show him that I'm capable of handling whatever, you know what I mean? But just like back in the day when he was at my games, I had my best games. At All-American camp, when he was there, I won MVP of it. At the night, it's just like when he there, I want to, you know what I'm saying? But rarely ever do, you know, we just talk about like super vulnerable things.
Right.
Like, hey, Dad, I don't know if I'm as great of a husband as I should be. Or I don't know if I'm as great of a father as I should be. Or what's some advice on how to, you know, connect with my wife, you know, on an emotional level. Because I feel like I'm numb in that. Like those conversations don't happen like that a lot. You know what I'm saying? When we talk, it's about sports. It's about, you know, if I got a problem, he'll jump in and fix it. But, you know, aside from that, like deep emotional things, those conversations rarely happen.
I don't even have that type of space in my life.
Right.
I don't even know who I would even talk to. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nobody to just, you know what I'm saying? To just look up to, like, hey, bro, look, I see y'all been married 20 years. Like, hey, like, damn, how you been balancing this and doing this and this and that? Like, most of the time, these young niggas that's getting married come to me.
Yeah.
I see you been married all these times. What's up?
Right.
And for me, I'm like, nigga, I'm
trying to figure this shit out too.
Still figuring it out. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I want to teach too. Like, we still young. We still young too. We still figuring it out. So we can give you the game that we know today, but that can change next week.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, so you got to buckle down because every day is going to be different. You know, so we was playing like phase 10 and stuff last night, and like we'll have some conversations sometimes, but it'll be like it's serious. But then my stepdad is just goofy as hell. So you know what I'm saying? He like Smooth, like almost exactly like Smooth. Well, he'll give you some strong game, but it'll be goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So
because you got to realize most men can't take, you know what I'm saying? Well, in our circles, right? A lot of people can't take that real shit the rough way. So you gotta say it. So you gotta say it in a joking manner. You know what I'm saying? That'll make you laugh or make you smile about it. But when you thinking about it, you like, damn.
Some real stuff.
Or he'll say it like in a fucked up way too.
Yeah.
But be cracking up laughing because he'll be like, damn, that's the fucking truth.
Exactly. But it's laughing though. But he laughing with it. So everybody else laughing with it too. But it sound crazy.
Right.
But it's the truth.
Those are the type of gems you catch on the ride home.
Exactly.
Like, damn, that's true. That do equate to my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, no, y'all right though. We are in a age of information, and I know a lot of times, like even with my daddy and you know that generation of men, you know, you can't give what you ain't got. They was raised the same way. They daddy was hard. You know what I'm saying? My papa was one of the hardest dudes in Port Arthur. Just honest. You know what I'm saying? And even before he passed, me and him never had no like deep, vulnerable, emotional conversations like that. Again, when I'm around them, I want to prove that I'm manly. I want to prove that I'm tough. I want to prove that, you know what I'm saying? But you don't really get that, you know, hey, you know, Pa just called to say, you know, I love you, man. I appreciate everything you done done.
Well, at least you got time to ask him about some shit.
Right.
I can't even go to my pop and ask him about, hey, how it is being married all this time and all this shit here. I never known my pop to be married. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was married back in the day. I know the woman and all that, but as far as like me being a man and understanding what marriage is, like what it's supposed to be, I ain't never seen that from my pop. So I can't ask him because you ain't got them type of tools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. And then we come from a generation of men not telling their sons, especially, that they love them consistently.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We, you know, that older generation, man, they just was like, oh, you supposed to know. You got a roof over your head, don't you? You got food on the table, don't you? You got clothes on your back, don't you? That mean I love you. What I got to tell you every day for? And a lot of them was raised under that, and that got passed down. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, you know, my dad is different in that regard. We definitely tell each other we love each other every time we talk on the phone. But you know, I forget where I was talking about that. I think I was in college in the locker room or something, and that topic came up, and they was talking about, I said, yeah, my daddy, I can probably count on one hand how many times my daddy done told me that he loved me. And it's normally after a accomplishment. You do something big in sports or, you know, good game or something like that, then you know, express it, but just in general conversation, just calling you up, hey, I just want to check on you, let you know I love you, man, and that don't happen a lot.
Hell no. Hell no.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? We lost our dad when we was young, but I was like, I think Daddy told us every time he had a chance.
He tried to, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, I love y'all. Like, y'all my boys.
I probably can count on one hand how many times I heard that growing
Right.
up, even from my mom's type of shit. Because my mom's was really, you know what I'm saying, was really the rock and the hard one in the family.
Right. Always.
You get what I'm saying? So most of the time, I ain't even see her like that because she was working. You get what I'm saying? But as far as like expressing myself or, you know what I'm saying, like her saying she loves us and all that shit, I don't know about none of that.
Right, and then you expect it to grow into an adult and just automatically know that and pass that on along. That, hey, I love you. Just you don't have it.
Right.
We trying to learn our damn self
Exactly.
how to communicate emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the main issue in regards to us creating a space for us to be able to, you know, express ourselves and different
It's okay
things
to
like that.
express yourself. That's how you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
But yeah, shout out to I Am Athlete podcast, man. That was a dope ass conversation, man, for sure. On that note, man, we're gonna get into the quick hit segment. Okay. Somebody on Instagram sent me a dope question. Shout out to Jelani Burrell. He asked, what's the biggest financial regret that was in your control that you have? And what's the story surrounding it?
Nigga. I don't even know if I want to tell it because it's that bad.
What? Let me know. What's up?
I don't even know if I'm not even going to say it.
You got to, bro.
But what I'm going to say is I had some bands. Some bands. Well, Matt know.
Oh, yeah.
Matt know.
Yeah.
So, I know. So, but I'm saying, I ain't going to say exactly what. But, so, because of my pops passed, you know what I'm saying, that we had a little settlement money from the refinery. A nice settlement money. But like, I regret it, but then I don't. I regret it now because I know what I could have invested in, you know what I'm saying, as far as stocks, as far as just property, just anything.
But at that time,
I was young.
You didn't know better.
Right. And so I'm giving my family money, you know what I'm saying? Granny needs some money, you need bill, you know what I'm saying? Family going out to eat, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm that nigga. I got it. The whole family, like $200, $300 bills. I'm 24 years old. I got it. We at the club. Let's go. What y'all doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even know some of this. But like it random night, this Friday, I'm like, man, shit, I'm trying to go out somewhere. Hey, what y'all boys doing? Y'all trying to go out? I get the section, fuck it, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And it was that type of stuff. But I still did good with it. I bought furniture, I got a whip, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing the stuff that I needed to do, but as far as like long-term investment, I wasn't looking at that. And honestly, I wasn't looking at that because I didn't even know what my life was gonna be like after 30 because that's when my pops passed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, I'm just trying to have fun, you know what I'm saying? Get my brothers by them, take them school shopping. Like, that's the shit I'm doing with the bread. I'm not trying to save it all for me. Like, I'm giving mama, what you want to eat today? I'm boom, sending some money. Mama, what you like? Mama, I'm in Austin right now. I'm on a trip with my lady or whatever, but I'm at this, I can get a purse. Well, you want a purse? Yeah, you know I want a purse. So I take a few pictures of her. She want that, boom, I'm giving it to, like, I was just doing stuff like that with the money. You know what I'm saying? And so when I should have just tucked to the side, you know what I'm saying? And I just went through it. Before I, you know what I'm saying? Before I knew it, she was gone. Gone.
I got a couple of things. First one would be the wedding, being my wife's wedding. We didn't have the information that we needed, and I didn't do thorough enough research. You know, when we get married, you want your wife, hey man, whatever you want, man, just get, you know, whatever you want to have, just hey, get that videographer, I get that, I get that, which was cool. Until you know we ran into a situation where they was trying to make us pay like $28,000 to get married at one of these places, but we had put a down payment down and made a couple payments, so we was like $4,000 to $5,000 in the hole on that. And then we paid $1,000 deposit to a videographer. I think we paid a little money to a photographer, if I'm not mistaken. And then like midway through the planning, it just got to be too much. It was too many people. I think the first list was like 300. We had to cut that down, and then so we in the crib talking. We like, man, you know what? I think we should just get married overseas. I think she brought the idea to me or whatever. So I get to doing my research, and it's way cheaper. I'm like, damn, they only want like 16. So I go to call these places back that we done paid these down. But hey, man, we gonna have a wedding somewhere else. Can I get the money? No. So the $5,000 we paid for that venue we was gonna have in Houston, they pocketed that, kept that.
Photographer,
videographer, that $1,000, kept that. Photographer, kept that. We ended up losing like.
You ain't get none of that money back?
None. We ended up losing like 8, 9 bands.
Sparking. That pistol would have been sparking.
Yes.
You can't. If you under contract, you know what I'm saying? You
sign the agreement.
Sign the agreement.
Would have been sparking.
You signed the agreement.
I don't want it all back because I know I'm in the wrong.
I get you, yeah.
But give me some of it.
Because I'm not using it.
I don't even want majority of it back.
Right.
The wild
but you
part
gonna
is
give
this.
me some of it back.
The wild part is this, and this is when I knew that I was in the wrong business. I said, I need to be doing wedding planning. Our wedding was a year out. We booked a date a year out and changed our mind a year out on whether or not to do it. So, I'm thinking, y'all got plenty of time to fill that day. Like, y'all can't give us that. It's like contract right here. It's deposits, all deposits is kept. You can get a little bit of the money over the, I think 20% of what you was going to pay or whatever, which I think they wrote us a check for like $400 or something. Damn. Out of like 8 bands. And they say, hey, it's contract, Videographer, same way, hey, contract. We can't give it back to you. We can keep it on file for the video. We can keep it on file and then, right. You want to do some business in the future, then we can. But I go look the company up the other day. The company didn't close out. So it's just like, so that hurt me for one. That's probably my number one. And my number two was when we was working that job over the summer of 2010 when I first moved to Houston.
19, bro.
But still, man.
We was 19.
We was making way too much money a week.
We was 19, bro.
To not be. Could you imagine if we took some of that money and put it in Bitcoin?
That's what I'm saying.
We was 19, bro.
Don't matter, bro.
You gotta realize
Tesla,
we was 19.
Apple.
But you gotta realize we was 19. We come from Port Arthur education. You get what I'm saying? You don't know none of that shit.
Nobody around us did either.
You don't even see nobody really in suits.
Nope.
You get what I'm saying?
We would just talk about that too.
You don't really see nobody in suits unless you going to like church or something. You see the deacon or something like that. But on a regular day,
nope,
you never see nobody in those suits. So what you think? You give a 19-year-old, you know what I'm saying, a hell of a job. They making goddamn. What we was making like $1,500 a week.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
You get what I'm saying? We making $1,500 a week at 19.
No bills.
No bills.
2008.
Only thing we got is the phone bill.
2009.
We talking phone bills when they was $60. Nigga, we going to the barbershop. We tipping 40. We paying 60 for the haircut. We giving them an extra 60 for the next week.
It's facts. And I don't think I wore the same outfit twice.
You get what I'm saying?
That summer.
Everywhere we going, we paying in cash. It look like we drug dealers.
I don't think I wore the same pair of shoes twice. But it was.
I'm talking whole summer though. You got to realize the whole summer.
Yeah.
That's what we was doing.
I mean, and then the checks come weekly. They come every Thursday.
Get paid every Thursday.
Cash, bro.
Cash in the
19.
I didn't even have a bank account, bro. I used to take my checks and go to Walmart, pay a little $3 in cash.
You know what I'm saying?
And they'll give me the money and I'll just put it in my pocket and walk around with the money in my pocket.
You get what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Now you got to realize at 19, bro, you getting that type of money. You can't, for real, you can't even spend that type of money in a week. You get what I'm saying?
Y'all found a way.
We found a way.
No, real shit. I know what you mean.
It was ugly.
You just find ways.
PlayStation.
We going out.
I bought a car.
Nigga, he bought him a car, but we going
Mustang.
out, bro.
That Mustang.
We buying everything in that bitch. So what? We 19. We got the money, and I ain't gonna lie. Out here in Texas, baby, if you got the money,
Yeah,
your age don't matter.
that's true. You get a lot of passes when you get that bread. That's fact. Well, yeah. So my wife, shout out to her. She the one made me get a bank account. Cause I remember I used to take her out to go eat.
Mine did too.
And we'd go to the restaurants or whatever. I said, yeah, they give you the tab. Like, yeah, that's $130. I'm out there. when we went to Kima for vacation, you know how they got the little painting booths and little photo booths or whatever. Yeah, that'd be $20.
Right.
I don't think I got a 20 in here. Hold on. You got change? Well, yeah. So if I could go back, I would do a little more research on how to invest that money properly, bro. If we just took one check, just one $1,500 check back then, put it in Bitcoin, we'd be rich right now.
That's dead ass.
One check. So yeah, that would be mine. What about you, Smooth?
That probably right there would
That's
probably
yours
be
too.
my only. Because that's, you know what I'm saying? Everything else I always had, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had a safety nest my niggas had. So everything else I always had to make sure I was on top of shit. But during that time, during that small window for me, it was a different time. Nigga, it wasn't, it was better than beautiful.
Yeah, man.
It felt like the sun was on us at goddamn 12 a.m. I know it type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
It felt like the sun was on us at 12 a.m., bro.
That was a glorious time.
Bro,
man.
me and Red went to Dallas. Nigga, I just got the whip. You know what I'm saying? We got the top down. Nigga, lifestyle just came out. Living out of shit, just to live. Jay had a tournament, nigga. We stand at the W. I got the whole fucking loan. Nigga, I'm like, all this shit people talk about right now, nigga, I did that years ago, baby.
You know what I'm saying? We was doing that years ago.
So shit we doing now is normal,
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So like, dog, we was talking about that the other day. I was like, dog, it was living.
And the key aspect was no bills. That was the key aspect. Now see the money itself a week, you know, they got people making that. But you're not paying no rent. You're not paying no utilities.
Bro,
that's just cash in the pocket every week.
Anything
I'm spending it because I know I'm about to get it again Thursday.
Straight up.
It got so bad with me, bro. You know, y'all know I like technology. I'm going in there paying whole cash for the phone. You know, back then, niggas wasn't even paying that.
Yeah.
Nick, it was so bad, bro. I went and bought a Evo. A fucking Evo phone, right? It was an HTC Evo.
Damn Evo.
Nigga.
That big ass.
Yeah,
this was like the first Android, damn.
Yeah. This was before the G1, before the G1.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I went in there to pay cash for it. She say, baby, we can't even do it. I say, oh, y'all can do it. Get your manager, baby. She didn't even know how to do it. It was $570. I ain't gonna never forget that. Nigga, I gave it to her in cash, nigga.
Facts.
She was looking at me like I was the biggest drug dealer in town. Nah, baby, I got 10 minutes. I gotta go to work. 10 minutes.
That's real though.
That's real shit. That's real
Go
shit.
ahead and transfer my data for me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I bought it, didn't even take it out the box. I brought it straight to work. She didn't even know how to give it to me because, you know, everybody was putting up $500 back then was a lot of
That's what I'm saying.
money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she was just like, you paying for it all right? Baby, we can't do it. Get your manager in here. You the wrong person I'm talking to.
Straight up.
Her manager came out. Hey, for real, her manager came out, put the shit in, and I paid for it in cash and got up out of there.
All them Foot Locker trips, all them
Foot Locker?
stopping at the gas station to get them black and white tees.
Yeah, oh, man. Hey,
Used to
we
take
should
the
have
whole
built,
rack off, the tees off at once.
Nigga, we should have built, because back then we was the white tee and black tee bandits. We should have just built the factory.
That's real rough.
Dead ass.
That's
Go to the
real
gas
shit.
station. You know how they set up? They be out like 10 up there at a time. I just take all 10.
I can't
Put them
tell-
on the desk.
Really,
That's real.
bro, for like a whole 2-3 years straight, that's what we wore, white tees and black tees. That's it.
That's why I said I wasn't wearing the same thing twice.
If it got a color on it, we don't want it.
Yeah, because you know you get out that pack, it's fresh, but you wash it stain it gray a little bit. Throw it away.
Nigga, I got
Get
1,000 white tees in my drawer because of that.
Me too. Now I got
You get what I'm
V-necks
saying?
now.
I got less now.
So I fell into the habit of doing that from back then. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So during that time, yeah, if we'd have knew better,
Man, we'd be rich already.
we'd be rich right now. Right now.
Richer.
That's what we were saying, like the lack of having somebody above
Straight up.
that kind of knowledge.
Right.
No.
When you get that kind of bread in your hand, like you just like it's really the money is like it's like power.
It really is.
Whatever I want.
Really
right
is.
now, ain't nobody stop.
Bro.
I'll be trying to force my mama to let me spend it on her. She wasn't trying to let me spend it. We be at the grocery store. I'm like, yeah, just get that. We look up, we got baskets, groceries. Just we get to the counter, $3.26. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. And you gotta see the people like back then during that time, bro. Like niggas wasn't getting that type of money, bro. Like for real. But you gotta realize you pulling that out, bro. Like people looking at you real funny, like for real.
I had $50 bills. You don't even see a 50 no more around this one.
Like come on, bro.
But yeah, dope question. Shout out to Jelani Burrell. We're gonna move on to the next one. This is an interesting thing, man. I was on Clubhouse the other night, and I thought I should write this down. They were having a discussion, and the basis of it was, why does the idea of providing financially for a traditional woman offend American black men in comparison to African men, who they said in the chat have no problem paying everything financially for their woman?
Because
why do y'all feel like that?
I was on Clubhouse the other day at work, bro, and it was like 6 Africans in the room, right? There was 2 black guys. It was all black people, but it was 2 black dudes from 3 black people from Canada or something like that, and they had like 2 other black females from like London or something like that, and they was talking about that. They was talking about like they type of men versus the American man, right? So the women was in there like, man, in America, I would rather date an American man, you know what I'm saying, that wants me to work because he's not trying to control me. You get what I'm saying? And dog, you should have heard them African dudes in there tripping, because most of them are so you gotta, that's their culture though. So I can't knock you. They control a women.
Yep.
I don't want you to work. Now I got power over you.
Yep.
Because money is power, no matter what society you living in.
I can provide whatever you want, but it's always stipulations.
Exactly. And that's how it was for them. So when the women was breaking it down, they was like, well, this is why we don't want to date y'all. The ones that, basically the women from that type of culture that freed their mind of that, they see the American man that wants them to work as, he's giving me freedom to do what I want to do. So it's a give and take with that. Like, I need you to work. Here, American men, most of us need you to work. That's the lifestyle we going in. This ain't the 80s and 90s to where one income can float a household through. Most people making what, 40,000 a year, which is like 32 for real. 32 in Houston, baby. You might be living under a bridge if you dolo.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you, because they had people in the room that was saying that, and one of the ladies politely asked, "Why can't you as a man go find that extra money to support your family?"
Why what?
Why can't you as a black man or as a man go find that extra money to support it? Why does the woman have to contribute financially? And you as a man should have to be able to go find that.
You have to contribute. If we being real and we know what this real life is out here, that's the numbers that black people as a whole play under. It's only going to be a few of us that's going to make the 50. It's going to be way fewer than that make the 80. And then when you see the 100,000s, it's for real. It may be 1 million black people in the U.S. making over 100 racks. Especially if you take away the refineries. If you take away all these refineries, it'd be less than that. Because when you start getting into them realms, you competing on a grander scale of people. Not only are you competing against your own kind, which is black people or whatever, but you're competing against Chinese, white, Mexican, and all this type, and who control the resources. Chinese, white, and all these motherfuckers. They control these. So majority of every company you gonna ever join that make these type of money is gonna be whatever that is. So if a German own it, it's gonna be majority of German people. If it's white people on it, it's gonna be majority white people. And all the good jobs is gonna be 98% white people at that motherfucker. The ones that control how the company is ran is gonna be 98 white people. So it leaves a few jobs for black men to get that make serious money. So it's really hard to find it. Plus, on top of that, companies starting to get smart and being like, oh, I can hire a black woman and kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Double minority.
You know what I'm saying? It's double minority. Now that on the back end of that destroys a black person household.
Yep.
Because if a woman looking at a man to go provide, hey, I might be in the right industry, but if they rather hire a black woman, she gonna get the job over me, and I'm still searching. Now I gotta take something lesser than what I'm supposed to get to provide for my household, and now they looking at you like less of a man because you need them to go work. You get what I'm saying? So it's shit like that. It's shit like that, man.
Well said. Oh, what do you feel like is the main reason that American men require their woman to bring in money to the household compared to African men?
I don't think it's so much required. I just feel like it's just being more realistic. And honestly, a lot of American men wouldn't mind just taking care of the household. But it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, again, but then
we about to get in trouble with this. Go ahead, go ahead.
But we also want to give them a free opportunity. You know what I'm saying? We just want to say, hey, you have equal put in this as much as I do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I'm paying for everything, we just talked about it. If I'm paying for everything, you don't have to do everything. If I'm paying for it all, what are you bringing? And they're gonna say, well, we got kids and da-da-da, so this is what I'm doing. Okay, this is 2021. A lot of y'all don't have kids. So if I'm making a significant amount of money and I'm taking care of all the bills, what are you doing in my household? I could do this myself. I'm cleaning for myself. I'm cooking for myself.
Or I'm hiring a maid.
You know what I'm saying?
It's coming through twice a month. I'm barely home anyway.
So if you, and I was just talking to somebody about this the other day because their parents have a traditional relationship. And I said, I love that. The dad went to work, worked hard. They had several kids. Mama took care of home. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. If it works that way, we wouldn't mind that. You know what I'm saying? As long as we making enough money and we're comfortable to provide the lifestyle for our whole family, we good. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's just everything is so expensive now. Everything is sky high, crazy.
Everybody want to live above their means. Most of these women, if you ask them, hey, would you be cool with being a minimalism? Or
Minimalist.
A minimalist. Mm-hmm. Would you be cool with that? Majority of them gonna say hell no. Mm-hmm. Hell no.
And then, because it's like, but then these women, they got, first off, a lot of these women have they doctorate, they masters, they PhDs, you know what I'm saying? These women's out here getting to it. So it's like, why not use that? Why? Because too many times in the past
they would weapon. Right, they use that as a weapon against their own people, against these black people.
Back then they would use those degrees. Well, they wouldn't use those degrees. They would get them and just stay at home. You know what I'm saying? You got women that's accountants and damn near lawyers or whatever, had the bag before, but they just decide to stay at home, get married, and live that lifestyle.
And you know what's crazy, bro? I see that they use that against their men, right? But you'll have the same. You have that same element, but it'll be reversed, right? Mm-hmm. And that black man will get that woman a business free of charge. Hey, make sure it's something that we can retire for.
That's what we need more of.
But black women that get in those same positions, let a man ask them, hey, look, hey, I want to start this business right here. This is the plan. This, you know what I'm saying, the woo, the woo, this is, give them the whole detail. They going to look at you like you a fucking snake.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to help us. I ain't trying to help me.
Right.
This is for us.
Right.
Because if I elevate it high enough, that means you don't have to work again. I understand you might be making 100, but this business going to bring us 400. You still gonna work if I'm bringing in 400. You can come over here. We can start another business. Now we making 800. But they don't they don't want to take the risk like that, which I understand is a lot. It's a lot of fakes out here. Mm-hmm. I understand the elements and all that. I understand the levels and all that. Mm-hmm. But when women getting these opportunities now, they look at it like, oh, I don't need that nigga. Mm-hmm. I don't need this. I don't need that. But in that same breath, they're inspired to be married. How?
So if you don't need me, why am I here?
How do you inspire to be married, or you want a man when you're not really stepping outside yourself? Oh, okay, I'm here. They don't want to hire black men. Oh, I'm in here. Oh, okay. Oh, I see these motherfuckers. They goddamn, they run the business like this. Well, look, I'm gonna go tell my husband, hey, look, they run the business like this here. We can go start this here. We can do this, bam, 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 and get this shit together like we would do. Mm-hmm. Like most of us making some real money and respect our woman. Mm-hmm. And we know our woman gonna be on top of her game. Hey, go get this. Oh, go get a business degree. Don't worry about nothing else. Go get a business degree. Then we're going to start this business. Mm-hmm. Bam. Because I done seen it happen with black men doing that for their woman. And now they will off. It may not be a big time business, right? But it's the local business, and they got enough money to provide for their families, provide for the community. That's enough. But on the other hand, I don't see no women doing that for their man like that. I really don't see that.
Well, I'm going to have to give some pushback on that, because I do know a lot of successful women that are willing to roll the dice as far as helping a man chase his dream. We was talking about that in another clubhouse room. But I think
they roll the dice on the wrong man.
Right. And that's what I was about to get to.
Good percentage.
They'll be stupid behind this dude, and he don't have a realistic plan. He don't have a realistic dream. He just taking from her. Mm-hmm. Then she leaves that situation and is scarred, mm-hmm. and then tries to put up her guards in the next situation. Or say for instance the business does work out in the situation you gave. She helped him front the money or whatever. Even if the business does well, she's still gonna look down on him. She'll help him build it, but when that first argument comes up, she's gonna remind him that, hey, you wouldn't be in that position if it wasn't.
She ain't no real wife.
I would agree.
Facts, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because she got to look at it like, I'm not working for me, I'm working for us.
Right.
And
that's
vice
the thing.
versa.
Yep.
I'm working for, now if the other side decide to do some fuck shit, okay, cool. Do some fuck shit. But when I leave, don't ask for no help. You didn't dead it all that now. But if you was a real wife or a real husband, no matter what side we talking to, like, you don't throw that in their face. Right. You don't do that.
And that's
because they not doing it for themselves. We doing it for us.
Right.
And that's the problem that we have in our community. Oh, I did this for you. That's why when people be like, man, what I owe you? Like, when I give them some information, I'll give them where they need to go, or hook them up with the person they need to be talking to. You don't owe me shit. You don't owe me. I did that because, you know what I'm saying, you came out and asked me, hey, and I got the resources to do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it for the money. I don't need the money. But we don't look at it like we always base success on what somebody else did for me.
Facts.
And I really hate that. That's why I don't like asking for help. I'd rather analyze the situation and go talk to who I need to talk to. You get what I'm saying? No matter what it's going to cost me. That's why I tell people all the time, I'd rather it cost me and not cost the people around me. You know what I'm saying? If I know today, if I know my wife will get $1 billion and it cost me my life, and I know my family, my generations behind me gonna be set up, take my life. But a lot of people not selfless like that. They think about themselves. People say they think about generational wealth. That's what I think about. And if I gotta give my life for it, you better believe it, I will. In a second.
Yeah, I feel like you got to be more of a us. We got to come in as more of a us, not what can you do for me. You proving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because in a marriage, bro, somebody's gonna have more than somebody else.
Facts.
The other side is gonna have more than the other side, no matter how it fall. Especially if you want to have a real family, you want to have kids, and y'all want to be together, all this shit. Show them how to grow some shit. Somebody's gonna have to lose. Somebody's gonna lose on one end. Somebody's gonna be really winning on the other. But you can't look at it like that,
right?
Because somebody's doing something for the other side that the other side can't provide. So if the other one side got time and got a little money, but you can go make a lot of money and not have a lot of time, bro, that equals out.
Right.
Because the moment that person leaves, say that motherfucker just like, oh, I'm leaving your ass with the kids. Now you got to put all that shit aside. All that $100,000 you was making, oh, you got to quit that job. You got kids now. Oh, you gonna let your kids go on CPS? You ain't doing that. Because you looking at it like, oh shit, I'm a rebound. You get what I'm saying? But they don't look at it like that. They look at it like, oh, I'm making all this fucking money. Without me, where you would be? Nigga, without me, you wouldn't even have that job. You couldn't have that job.
Because I'm supporting on the back end.
You know what I'm saying?
And you don't see that.
I give you the time to go do that.
Exactly.
And vice versa. Even if the woman making more money, I give you that type of leeway for you to make that money.
Yep.
Because without me being here, now you got what you gonna pay for a nanny? You gonna, especially in this climate, you gonna pay for a nanny? Yep. Come on, man.
Yeah, I would say, in regards to the question, like why the American men, I guess, have a problem with that, I guess, traditional role is because we know women don't really want that traditional role. And just like when I was in that clubhouse room, I was dying to get on stage. I just was busy at the time, so I couldn't talk. It was loud. But if I would have got on stage, I would have immediately said, when they said, yeah, you know, African Nigerian men, they don't have that problem. They don't bring up money. They don't do that. All they want to do is provide. I would have gladly raised my hand.
I can tell you why.
And said, you want to know why? Because those women, they don't mind that he has 2 other women that he's dealing with. Those women don't mind ironing all his clothes and cleaning his house and raising his kids and being seen, not heard. Y'all don't want to do that. Like it sounds good, right? When you get in that situation, oh, he's paying for everything, you know, X, Y, Z. All I got to do is just, you know what I mean? But in reality, you know, I was talking to my wife about that the other day, and because I think she was sitting next to me while I was in the room, so she was listening to it, and I was like, "Baby, you think you could ever do that?" And she said, "No, because I would go crazy if I'm sitting in this house all day."
My wife tried it for 6 months, nigga. She say never again in life.
Right. She want to work. Right. She want to go, you know what I mean? She want to go.
Keep herself busy.
Yeah. Keep her mind going. Stay, you know what I mean? So there are a lot of women that just don't want that. They think they do.
Right.
Because they looking at it from a financial perspective.
Yep.
But when you get in that situation and then you have some input
Don't hate it.
And he like, nah, we not doing that. And I make the rule. I'm the man of this house. I make the rules. I pay for everything here. So no, we not doing that. And then you got a problem. Well, I don't have equal input at that. Yeah, because you sacrificed that for financial freedom because you didn't want to work. You wanted to be lazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's more the situation. Like, man, we don't have a problem. Because to be honest, like, men could provide for the family on our own. Everybody sitting at this table can. But it's like, what comes with that, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to be satisfied with this certain level of lifestyle compared to the lifestyle that you're looking at on Instagram or the type of that big house that you seen on that show you was watching that you want, or those nice clothes or that nice bag or this, that, and the third? No. If it's one income coming in, unless he's rich, you're not getting that. And most men is not rich. That's 4-5% of this country, 3-4-5% of this country.
Yep.
Very low.
You know what I'm saying? So it's chances are you're not gonna wind up with that. So you're gonna wind up in a average to above average situation that's gonna plateau. Or that's gonna rise with his gradual, promotion or his gradual merit raise or his you know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
And that's realistic.
That's realistic.
That's realistic.
So, it's about like women becoming one with what it is that they really want.
And then on top of that, the numbers are even less for black people.
Sure.
Even
So
less.
we talking 5% that's rich in America. We talking 1% or less than that in America of black men.
So if you want that type of money, if you want to date outside your race, try that.
That's the thing, man. You can't have it both ways, bro.
Can't.
You can't have it both ways. Just like y'all bringing up those African men and this, that, and the third. True, but those African men do not respect their women like we respect our.
They disrespect
y'all.
our motherfuckers.
Yeah, y'all won't have equal say in that household.
Y'all are property. Almost.
It's gonna be 2 of y'all, 2-3 of y'all, and let's just be honest. Like you mad at your dude for liking pictures on Instagram. Could you imagine if he had 2 other wives that he had to tend to, or that you had to split time with and split that financial freedom with? No, you don't want to do that, but it sounds good. So that's what I would have said if I would have had time to get on the stage and politely tell them how wrong they were.
And we were talking last night too. One of my friends was like, these women can't, control men with $60,000-$50,000. They can't control them men. They dick in their pants. But you want somebody that's making over 100. What?
Come on.
Do you understand? Like, as you progress, like, you have more access to a lot of different things. It opens doors. Every time you level up, you open more doors.
Right.
So, come on now. And you up, at the house not doing much? Come on now.
And that's the thing. You got to look at it from those men point of view. Like what benefit is it having you here? If I'm paying for everything, and just like O said, we don't have kids yet. Or even if we do have kids, and I got a nanny or I got a babysitter, they going to, daycare or whatever. So you sitting at home doing what?
Doing what?
Like why do I need that? I could hire a chef. I could hire a maid. I could hire a, you know what I'm saying? I don't need you to make kids. I can go donate my sperm and create a kid.
I don't know one African dude that gave his wife a business. I told her to go get a business plan for us. I've never seen it. Not on American soil. Not on American soil. So if y'all want that, okay.
Another thing I hear a lot is these women, they think they can make their men more money, which some of them may
You can.
Some of them can. But at the same time, I'm like, are you really? Like, they would rather stay at home. They want to be the stay at home so they can make them more money. But I'm like,
How?
I want you to build yourself up. If I'm working all the time, I want you to build yourself up.
How is that making me more money though, or making the other side more money?
They were saying they can find ways to like invest it or help you start a business
Give you
or
ideas and different things like that.
By them being at home, they have time to reflect and plan stuff like that.
Most men, when I seen them type of households for real, most of them women have the access over the whole account, right? And majority of them, they just pay the bills. And when it's trip time, they pay for the trip time and all that. But anything outside of that, like going to get a Louis purse and all this type of the shit that women want these days, I've never seen that in no traditional relationship. I've never seen it. I've never seen a woman that like living that type of lifestyle be like, oh, I'm going to take your money and go buy me a goddamn Louis purse or something. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen that. Unless she's like wasted goods, like you the side chick or you just a chick I'm flinging with and I'm super rich. That's totally different. But we talking lifestyle, like you're my wife.
Right.
I've never seen that.
Not gonna see it.
You're not ever gonna see that.
And that's the difference. That's why they got to stop comparing cultures. Their culture is what theirs is. Ours is what ours is. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I can speak for the men that think like me. We want a teammate.
That's it.
I don't want a dependent. That's not what I want, and that's what a lot of these women are gonna be because they don't know how to do housely duties and things like that. So it's like, what are you not bringing me benefit? Sex, I can get that anywhere. Kids, I can go donate my sperm and create a child, or I can hire a surrogate to do that, or I could just link up with a chick and we can make a business arrangement for me to have a job. So it's like, what are you giving me? Nothing. But I'm giving you everything. No, that don't add up. And that's how American men's mind work. We don't care nothing about no tradition. It's about efficiency.
And teamwork ain't gotta be about money.
Right.
It's about the efficiency of the relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, one side gonna make a lot of more money than the other side. And when you see the two, when you see them both making a lot of money, you better believe they got a fucking nanny or something. You better expect, if they got kids, they got a nanny because they ain't got that type of time.
Facts.
And they, for real, they barely even know each other. So if they both got laid off, they probably wouldn't even be married because they working all the time. You working.
Because if I'm Jordan, you don't necessarily have to be Scottie Pippen, but shit, you could be Rodman. That's just as important. That's a huge, you know what I'm saying?
That's how relationships work.
Right.
Somebody's the Jordan.
Somebody gotta be.
Somebody's the Rob.
That's how it gotta be.
Yeah, Rodman not scoring a lot of good
he
deals,
all the rebounds,
not
though.
deals and all that shit. But he getting all the rebounds. He got a lot of time. He durable. You get what I'm saying? Or when Jordan get a little sick and all that, you ain't got to worry about the house. You ain't gotta, I understand you got to get back up the next morning and go to work, but you ain't got to worry about the house. Just go in there and go to sleep.
Exactly.
You good? I got everything else.
Thank you. Yep. We just want teamwork, man. We just want to get this relationship between men and women better, man, because it's too far disconnected, and it shouldn't be.
Agreed. Well said. On that note, man, we're going to get into the advice column.
No anonymous shit. Any anonymous shit, I ain't answer.
All right, first and foremost, man, we're going to start off with our Kinfolk Red, Patreon member. He's actually in the room, man.
He's in the room right now.
All right, man, my boy says, with the dating market in today's society, is it possible for a man who makes up to $50,000 to date a woman who has her MBA? And how would y'all do it? Say, fuck the context. Y'all know who I am. 2021 hitting different for me, so I'm shooting my shot at her regardless. 2020 branding, 2021 expanding. I'm up. These are hashtags I'm reading. And he says, keep going, man. Y'all boys making waves. People been peeping. Well, appreciate you, Ken.
But man, we just was touching on that with the last subject, bro.
Yeah,
that's
just so it don't really matter about the money. It's not about the money. And once a person like awaken, because at first when you start making that money, it's gonna always be about that. But once you awaken your mind and be like, man, it's not like it's about my happiness. Yeah, I may be making 100, but I'm a terrible person. I'm not fun to be around. Like once you get past that initial of you having that type of money, now you looking at, man, what's my happiness? And if it's somebody that's gonna make $40,000 a year, that's gonna be an average person, no matter if it's the man or the woman, if they're gonna be an average person earning wise, like what are they offering on the back end? Are they offering me peace? Or is my family straight? Do I have to worry about my safety when I'm with this person? Do I have to, it's a lot of shit that tie into a relationship that money cannot pay for. You get what I'm saying? And once a person understand that, they may have to go through 2 marriages to understand what that is. You get what I'm saying? But once that happens, they're gonna be looking like, hey, I care less what my partner do, as long as I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? As long as there ain't no bum and I'm happy, everything great. My money ain't for me; it's for the household.
Well said.
So it can work. It's just like I say, the other side gotta understand. Whoever the fucking Jordan is, gotta understand. I'm not what this person is, and I will never be that. But I need it. You know what I'm saying? I need every feature that they got, and I know I will never be what they are. And vice versa. The other side got to be, all right, I'm not going to be Jordan. I can't be Jordan. Even if I know I can be, I can't be. It's not efficient for my family. You get what I'm saying? Because you'll have, say you'll have one side making a lot of money, but they're a terrible person. They don't know how to handle the stress at work, right? Now the other side start making the money. They're like, hey, man, look, quit that job, woo-de-woo. Now they go get them a job making 40, 50,000. But they happy in the motherfucker. It wasn't your role to be Jordan because you don't know how to handle the stress. There's a lot of stress when you're a black person, bro, especially if you want to be a black family. It's a lot of stress going to work.
Facts.
Especially when you're making that. When you're making 50 above and you're a black person, bro, you're dealing with a lot of white people at work.
And you got to prove
That's just what it is.
You got to prove every single day.
You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't handle it. Come from the black community, you're not built to handle that type of situation.
You know what I'm saying? So most of us don't even have that mindset to just, all right. So the ones that's designed to be Jordan, you got to understand, they are designed to be Jordan. I am designed to be Rodman. If I can find my Jordan and make a Jordan understand I am Robin, we good. You might have a marriage that lasts your whole lifetime and be happy making that $50,000. I'm cool with being this. I let my partner take off, even if that's your wife or if that's the boyfriend or whatever, or the husband. I let my wife take off and do whatever. I'm here. Or I let my husband take off and do whatever. I'm here. And the relationship work. But motherfuckers be greedy and they don't understand. I can't be Jordan. You see a lot of Jordans be single all day. Yep. A lot of Jordans be having kids and all that type of shit there, but they don't take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that, bro. It's crazy.
I said, do you feel like a man making $50,000 has a chance to date a woman with an NBA in this era?
I'm going to just say off top, no. Only because of how women are. A lot of women are right now. Is it possible though? Absolutely. It's just about finding the right one. Find the right one that's not worried about, you know what I'm saying, the materialistic things, the ones that just want to be happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women, again, it's not their fault though. You know what I'm saying? They've used to being so independent, not dependent on the men. Men, we need to be better in general. That's just what it is. But they've been dependent on themselves, you know, or other women so long, and those other women have those same problems with men. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you get in here, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna shit on you because you're supposed to be a man. So why are you making less than me? Why are you know what I'm saying? If you call yourself a man, you should be in a better position than I am. I'm a woman. That's how they look at it. But on the other side, they don't see women get more opportunities. Yes, you are a woman, but like Chris Rock said, women, kids, and we said dogs are loved unconditionally, but men got to prove themselves.
True.
All the time. That's just what it is. And so if both parties came together and just took that person for what they was and not just you got to prove something, I think it would be a whole lot better.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely. It's hard right now, Red, but I mean, they do have some women that understand. They do have some women that want a good, strong man. You know what I'm saying? Like you are a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like you could fix shit around the house. You could, you know what I'm saying? All the small stuff. You ain't got to worry about paying $1,000 for this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women appreciate men like that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they got to see it. You know what I'm saying?
And they brag on men like that.
Exactly.
Oh, girl, look, my man can do all that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
When your man sitting on the
sometimes he'll volunteer you for some work.
you know that type of woman. Now don't worry about that, girl. Look, my man can come over after work.
That's real though.
Nigga that had the worst day at work. The worst. She hit that nigga up on the drive home with your peace time. Hey, look, baby, look, I know you tired. I got the food for you, but I need you to go over.
That's real.
She done pawned you out for free.
Keisha need help setting her son basketball goal up. You know, it's gonna take 3 hours.
That's real though. That's real, which is why I think it's completely possible. Because again, that man got something to bring to that woman, provide to that woman. It may not be from a financial perspective, but it could be, you know, again, say for instance, she may be impulsive. And he may be grounded, or he may be more, you know, strategic and thoughtful and different things like that. Or the opposite. She may be a stickler, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need things done X, Y, Z, plan. And he come in with just the pizzazz and the impulse and the, hey, loosen up, have some fun. You know what I'm saying? So you can have that situation, but the woman has to be understanding, or not understanding, but she has to be, understanding to the fact that just because you make the most money
right now,
that man isn't beneath you because of that. And that's the thing that a lot of women fail to grasp.
Yes.
And it's just because of how, you know, from a historical perspective, they always hadn't been able to make this kind of money, and they hadn't been they hadn't been as educated as they are now and different things like that. So now that they got that, they feel the need to remind you a lot. So if you have a situation with a woman like that, it's not gonna work. But if you have a situation with a woman that's completely understanding, hey, look, man, he making $50,000, he's taking good care of himself without me, she'll be open to that. My money means nothing necessarily, because finances are not going to be an issue. He bringing 50, say I'm bringing 100, we got 150,000 in this household, decent, you know, we pay all our bills, got a couple thousand left to do what we want to do with. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about finding the right woman. Is it possible? Yes. Probabilities?
Very low. Very low, you did.
I hope that changes, though. I really hope that changes, because once that do, our household together would be so much better.
1 to 10, we talking -2.
All right, on to the next one. This is from Bilal Ali. He says, "What's up, fellas?" Oh, it's Patreon.
What up,
What's
Bilal?
going down, Bilal? Hey, I like that fucking name though. House party, Bilal.
Straight up.
All right, say, "What's up, fellas?" Ali again. I want to thank you all for the advice that y'all gave me in the episode, last episode. No cap. Said shit. I shedded some thug tears hearing y'all responses. But to move on, I got 3 questions. First, knowing what you know up until now, would any of you go back and change anything about your lives? Also, choose to relive any key moments. It could be anything. Second, who's your favorite artist and why? What makes he or she stand out? And might have helped you in a tough time or helped you escape when you felt the world was weighing down on you. Music is a big part in everyone's life, mine especially, and it's therapeutic. In its own way, I want your personal responses from an older male perspective on, in a what-if scenario, if a dude approached your girl or wife, since Smooth and AC is married, in front of you, dude approached your girl in front of you, how would you react, considering you know the consequences? Side note, I don't really have any older black males in my life. That's positive. And that's close to my age, even though y'all got about 8 to 10 years on me. So I really look up to y'all on what you say and do.
Damn.
I want to model after you, all because y'all are solid human beings, and I'm sure great fathers and morally what this world needs more of in a black man. So I'm looking forward to this YouTube video upload of that college live show and the many moves in the future. Y'all brothers stay dangerous.
Damn, that's love.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to
That's
Bilal.
why we do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I do this shit, man. For what you just said.
Okay, first question is this. Knowing what you know now, up until this point, will any of you go back and change anything about your lives or relive any key moments?
No. I bet a lot of people would say, oh, I would go back to, say like the Bitcoin shit, I would go back to that. But during that time, if I go back to that, I wouldn't have met my wife. For me, I wouldn't have met my wife, so my life would be hectic. You get what I'm saying? My wife calmed me down, and you know what I'm saying? All this, my wife is the yin to my yang. You get what I'm saying? Like she's what I'm missing. So I wouldn't have met her during that time. So matter of fact, I'd have been a couple months off from meeting her. So it's like, nah, is that money worth me being happy now? Nah.
For me, yeah. If I can go back, I would have never went to San Antonio to play football.
Oh, I already know that. I know that part.
Yeah, never.
My nigga used to be sick. He see us at the
The thing is this, right? For so long, you know, I spoke about earlier, like how important the influence that my pops and my uncles and my grandpa had in my life, you know, and they was big, you know, football stars and this, that, and the third. So growing up, it was like a rite to passage. Like it was a natural progression that I was just gonna play football and I was gonna play the same position that they did and I was gonna be good and all of that. So I didn't want to disappoint them. So, you know, I lived a lot of my life chasing that. And don't get me wrong, I was dead nice. You know, went to college, played ball, but fact is I never truly loved the game. I didn't. I loved, for one, how close it made me and my pops. Mm-hmm. And for two, the adulation that I got from being good at it. You know what I'm saying? And I found that out quickly when I went to San Antonio to play ball, and I wasn't getting any of that. Because for one, my daddy is way in Port Arthur, you know, hours away from me, and I don't know nobody in the stands. Compared to when you nice in high school, you know everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that was more of what I was in love with. I was in love with the adulation. I was in love with things that didn't have anything to do with the game. And I feel like I wasted time going out there. If I can go back, I would have never went. I probably would have came to Houston still. And, you know, me and my wife would have probably been married a lot sooner. But, yeah, I feel like those 2 years really set me back, finances-wise, and just things that I could have been doing, things that I could have been a little more advanced in by this point. So that would be it.
Man, if I could go back, so mine would be high school too. But I honestly think two things. One, I would have played basketball instead of football. Because basketball was my passion, honestly. Basketball was my passion. I wasn't saying I was the best on the court. I ain't gonna lie and say I was, But I was cool. I was solid. I was definitely solid. I will lock your ass up. I'm getting 3-4 steals a game. I'm playing defense. Like, I was that all-around player. Like, when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, I would model myself after, like, Gary Payton. So I would talk shit, you know what I'm saying, put the clamps on you. John Starks, you know what I'm saying. That's the type of guards and stuff I looked up to because I was short. AI, I had a little crossover in there. But, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of two things that affected it. One, at my school, the basketball coach didn't like players wearing braids. I wasn't cutting my shit. That's what I told him straight up. I'm not cutting it. So I had to hoop in a fro, big ass fro for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Until like my JV year, then they let me wear braids. But up until then, and that coach didn't like football players. That's just what it was. So I would have took that basketball, but I kind of gave up early because people in my ear, they was like, "You only 5'10", ain't no guards making it to no league, 5'10", you know what I'm saying? You cool, but you know what I'm saying, you ain't got hops like that. Blah, blah, blah. So it was like, football gonna be your best route because you're already starting, you know what I'm saying? You got a little buzz, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's okay, that's cool, because I was decent, but that wasn't my passion. I was just good at it. You know what I'm saying? I was just an athlete. But yeah, if I could go back, I would play basketball, and I would have tried to do more research because I didn't know nothing about no AAUs, like none of that stuff.
Camps,
None of that, dog. Because it's just go to the game, go to practice, take care of, you know what I'm saying? I had to go back home to my brothers and the fam and stuff like that. My mama wasn't thinking about stuff like that. So that's one thing I do.
Dope question.
I still like a nigga up on the court, though.
I mean it.
There you go.
No, that's
What's
real.
the next one? What's the next one?
All right. Second one, he says, who is your favorite artist and why? What makes he or she stand out?
I remember.
And, might have helped you in a tough time. You was trying to escape and had to use the music to do it.
I wasn't saying a tough time, but Rick Ross is my favorite artist ever. Ever. Because every time I need some motivation, I just throw on the tape. And I know what to do. He motivates me to do a lot. Like when I'm down with myself, I throw on some Ross and I keep looking at what I need to do. And I'm ready. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, no matter what obstacle I got to climb, I put that on, I'm ready. So I would say Rick Ross.
Favorite artist ever? That's an interesting question. Tupac would be my favorite artist ever, and it has very little to do with the music. To be honest, music plays a role. Don't get me wrong, you got classic albums that goes without saying. Probably top 2 most selling rappers ever. But it's his mindset. I did a lot of research, read a lot about him, and he's just inspiring, for somebody to come from absolutely nothing and, still be so well read. And like Tupac made it cool to be smart. He was the first rapper really out, that was a street dude that was still, hey, yeah, I'm reading this book or I'm reading that book, and made it cool to be intellectual and be smart and different things like that. And also, activist, stood on what he believed in, died over it, literally. Of being loyal and different things like that. So many just foundational values that I took from him and applied to my life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Tupac for sure would be my favorite artist ever.
I don't have no favorite artist ever. I just love music and really appreciate music. But growing up, definitely I would say Pac would have been, one of mine. But right now, at this moment, is Larry June. That's just what it is. It's ups and downs and anything. Keep going, man. Like, I feel like he just be talking this shit and he talk what he live. Like, and he just keep going. Every song, almost every track, keep going. You gonna fail, keep going. You gonna have bumps and bruises, keep going. You know what I'm saying? And that definitely motivated me. You know what I'm saying? Especially right now. This last 8 months been.
But you've been on top of your shit lately.
But I've been on top of my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's honestly, that's been keeping me going. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to shit every day, outside of, other things I'm listening to. But like I said, he just be talking and stuff. And, you just gotta stay consistent. That's all it is. Just stay consistent and you're gonna see the results at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's real simple message, you know what I'm saying? But I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Quick side question. Favorite song from that artist that you just named? Quick.
I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's only by default. It's only by default. Tracy, California, only because that's a goofy ass song.
That's your favorite song by him?
It's one. It's just because I be that shit just got a live ass beat.
Okay.
But if it be my favorite though would be I like Mr. Midnight, Mission Bay, 30 Days. He got so many, dog. He got Mr. Midnight tough.
That's number one.
Maybe Mr. Midnight.
Ooh, favorite
Sometimes you
Ross
gotta
record.
change for the better. So many things going through my mind.
I got a lot.
She wanna leave, I'ma let her.
Today, what's shit for? Because I know, you know what I'm saying? What's your favorite artist? Your favorite song you gonna change by today?
Okay, so today, when I'm riding, like every time I get in the whip, right? Even before I play these Drake records, I'm going play Fascinated. I'm going play
Sleeper.
Fascinated.
That's a sleeper right there.
That's what I'm going play.
That's off of
That's on the new one.
What's the name of that?
For the Miami too.
Yeah.
It's called
I
Fascinated.
still ain't heard that through yet. I need to check it out.
Oh, hard. I know what you're talking about.
Bro, that record there, yeah, that's everything I ever thought about as a young nigga. Everything I ever thought about. I'm talking in them 3 verses. That's everything I ever talked about as a young nigga. And not for me to be here and thinking about, like, when I hear that and be here and see all the shit around me, see all my niggas successful and shit, I think about that. So that's my favorite song from Ross right now.
My answer's quick. Lord knows. That's my favorite Tupac record ever.
Okay.
Okay.
Simple and plain. Okay, on to the next question. Yeah. Okay, he says, in a what if scenario, if a dude approached your girl, how would you react to it, considering you know the consequences?
Oh, I already know.
How is he approaching them?
Hey,
I guess to like shoot at her.
And you with him?
Right.
hey, me and my wife already didn't talk about that. I'm gonna linger back and laugh at that stupid ass because y'all think I'm blunt. Y'all don't know my wife. You know what I'm saying? Especially with me right there. See, when I'm not right there and she tell you no, and then you still try to holler, she gonna call me on the phone and tell me exactly what you wearing, how you look, everything. She gonna tell like she gonna be talking loud in a rude way, right? But if I'm there, bro, I ain't never had it happen, but I already know she gonna be looking at you and then she gonna look at me and then look back at you like, you see what you got? You don't compare, baby. Hey, it's me. When I say it's me, I'm not just saying that. Real life. You can't replace God. You can't replace God. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I love it.
I just sit back. I let it happen. Do your thing and watch her perform because she gon', you know what I'm saying? If she cut for me like she say she do, you know what I'm saying? I'm let her
You know what I'm saying?
do her thing.
I can't control you.
Right. First of all, you can't control them other niggas that's
Exactly.
coming up to her.
Niggas is, man, hey.
You know what I'm saying? So let her.
And actually, I'm actually happy
That's a
y'all
good
niggas
test.
even thinking about this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're gonna be in the general area of us being in there. Like, you know when you go somewhere, you see them niggas side looking at your gal and shit. And you see them niggas and they looking at you like, oh, bitch ass nigga, I'll take your gal. Yeah. And then you walk with that walk like, nigga, I wish you would walk.
Straight up.
It's that type of feeling.
Right. I mean, my sentiment is pretty much the same, but I would still be a little. It would
take it as disrespect.
Yeah. Because for one, that's my heart. So she's Kenzie now too, but she's the most vulnerable part of me. And if I feel any kind of threat at all in any way, I go to 10. So
I got you.
I would have to gather that and like I guess put things into perspective. Like, okay, she's attractive, he's supposed to shoot this, that, and the third. But baby not going for that. Baby gonna shut that down immediately. But I'm still gonna be a little perturbed. But I mean, I'm working on that. I'm becoming a better person. I'm working on my temper and things of that. Disregard last episode. Disregard last episode. Man. I'm constantly working on me. But yeah, nah, man. My wife is a trooper, man. She's not going for none of that bullshit. They can try though.
I said
tell
be
you
playing
right
too.
now.
Walk up to her and just give her a kiss. What's up, baby? Everything going good? Everything going good? You good? Oh, okay.
It's a problem.
Who said that?
No, I'm saying if you walk like you see it going on. Yeah. No, you see it going on, and you walk up to your baby like, "What's up, baby? Everything good?"
I gotta keep 100 about the game. If you on the other side, you a single dude, do your motherfucking thing.
You're supposed to.
Especially you don't see. If you see her by herself.
If she leave for you, you got to realize too, she ain't shit. This just smash and dash.
Facts.
So you got to see it from both sides, baby.
Yeah. Okay, on to the next one. This is from Chelsea, Patreon member.
What's going down, Chelsea?
Appreciate you, dude.
She say this Chelsea, no anonymous shit.
That's the fuck I'm talking about. Shout out to Bryce.
Shout out to Bryce. My question is, why do y'all think so many women in our generation struggle with being feminine?
Because, man, y'all so built to be strong because most households in our generation was just the mother. Mm-hmm. And with the mother doing everything, and we as kids, we watching, baby. We watching how strong our mama is. We watching most of the time back in them days, our mama walked to the bus stop or walked to work to do some things like not depending on a man to do something. And then on top of that, they did on the men. Most women in them days, they did on the men in moderation because them men ain't got their shit together. Men want to be on the streets, running around the streets all day. She going work a 9 to 5. She may be working at a daycare or a nursing home, or she may be a nurse's aide, or she may be driving a school bus or whatever. You get it's stuff like that,
right?
You get so we always watch our women be strong, and for real, my generation we watch a lot of these niggas be bitch ass, weak ass niggas.
That's just facts.
Preaching.
So in turn, that made the next generation of men like resent other men, that men older than them. We resent them motherfuckers because motherfucker, you was a deadbeat. 20 years ago, nigga, you was a deadbeat. You trying to get your shit together now? And then on top of that, the women, they was like, I seen my mama struggle. Oh, okay, I can see we gonna make some money. Let me go get a degree. I can make more money.
And I ain't gonna let no man
stop me do this and that. So now we got a class of women now that's like they not as soft. They not as nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just that dynamic. It's a lot of how we grow up, man, and it's gonna change generation to generation. So
yeah, I would agree. I think society kind of forces people into how they behave, based on circumstances that you come from. Fact is, now more than ever, dads are not in the household as much and different things like that. So women got to step up and be more masculine in that regard to be able to take care of their situations or raise their kids. I know a lot of single mothers out here that got to do both jobs because they man don't want no parts of the kid. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what do you do? I gotta have a masculine side. I gotta give you some kind of masculine influence. If the dad's not in the picture, I don't have like a brother or a grandpa or nothing for you to shake that after. I gotta try to teach you what I think it is, and that's what causes them to have to go into that masculine lane. So it's just simple answer is just society.
Yeah, piggyback off what y'all say. Piggyback off the piggyback. It's the exact same thing. It just man, we just got a lot of weak men out here now, which needs to change, and more women just standing on their own too, and knowing that they don't need you. You know what I'm saying? But in that same sense, they do. It's like it's as emotional as women are. They also like they can be shit. It's hell or hot water. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna turn your life upside down if they have to. You know what I'm saying? They might be a little more savagery than men. Took Matt word, savagery.
That's a word. Put that in the dictionary.
But yeah, they go like they more cold with it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like similar to us, once something happens one time, we learn.
Right.
And a lot of women, they get hurt that one time real bad, and it's a wrap for the rest of the men after that. It takes a man that making 4 times the amount of money, you know what I'm saying? She got to really see that, you know what I'm saying, you can provide and you can protect and you can, she really has to see that for her to turn over to you and submit and, you know what I'm saying, welcome you in her life, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it comes down to. It's a lot of hurt and it's a lot of trauma, from early stages that affects us, that's affected right now. And again, some of that still comes back to the man. Like, fellas, we got to do better. That's just what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel like we lost our way, man.
But it is, for real.
I feel like we lost our way.
Definitely. Well said. On to the last question of the day. This is from B. Janelle, Patreon member.
What's going down? Appreciate you, B.
Yes, sir.
She says, hey, crew, hope you all are well. Quick question. Oh, yeah, no anonymous shit.
Shout out to my nigga Bryce. I got to give you a shout out, baby.
He said we better put that on the shirt.
All right, she says, I've been, quote, unquote, talking to this guy for 2 years now. We never made it official because we live in 2 different states. I know he talks to other people as well. but I had planned a trip to go see him for a week in March. This trip was planned in January. Come February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, another female posts some pictures with him, candlelit dinner and shit at his place. I know you only doing shit like that for somebody if y'all are together. Yes, I asked him about it because I don't want to fly out there and be put in a position where this female pops up at his place unannounced. If she got it like that, I don't know. He explains to me that they just spending time. He likes her, but he's quote unquote unsure, whatever that means. He says he loves me and really wants to talk to me face to face. He says he loves me and can't lose me. I'm unsure what to do at this point. And mind you, he says that it's not what it looks like with this girl. But when I see pics of this female in your house, it is what it looks like.
But from what I'm getting is they not together?
No, they just talking.
They just talking.
Yep. And it's long distance.
Look, baby. If y'all just talking, you can't judge the game, baby.
Facts.
You can't judge the game. And hey, you really gotta respect dude for even telling you what's real.
Yeah.
He probably ain't giving you like all the way real emotions about whichever side because a man is choosing, just like you was choosing. You choosing who you want to talk to. Mm-hmm. So for him to even give you enough of it for you to understand, you gotta respect that.
Right.
And if you cool with that, you gotta realize you competing for the number one job. And with you being long distance, if you really like this man, you need to get on that plane. If you don't even want to compete, get your ass out the game now. But he doing what he's supposed to do, and you looking at it how you supposed to look at it, but you just judging the game. You can't judge that though. Mm-hmm. You can't judge it because y'all both single. So, man, I don't know, man.
Oh, how would you assess the situation? Man posted pictures and videos with the girl on Valentine's Day.
Did he post the pictures or did she post the pictures?
She did. At his crib. They wasn't at a restaurant. It was at his crib.
Man, that's hard. Because I think because I feel like you already know a lot of women, they be posting pics for the gram just for them. They don't necessarily post it for themselves. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it as maybe she was just posting because it's Valentine's Day. She wanted other people to see that she did something for Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was really special or not, you know what I'm saying? They just doing it for the likes, doing it for the attention, whatever. That's how I see it. Mm-hmm. He telling you that, you know, it ain't what it is, and he want to be with you. It sound good, but at the same time, y'all are so far away. So I feel like he entertaining what's in front of him was easily accessible right now. And he could very much have strong feelings for you, but you're not in arm's reach, which is affecting you. You know what I'm saying? So I would, you know what I'm saying? The fact that he told you at least that, like he telling you what it is, and you understand, and you also doing you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are kind of almost in the same playing field. The only thing is you probably just didn't do nothing for Valentine's Day. Like outside of that, y'all doing the same thing. So do you want to be with this person? That's a question you got to ask yourself. Like, is this person worth it? Is this person worth a serious conversation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it made you feel some type of way. So obviously you have feelings for this person. So if you want to take this further, sit them down and let's say, hey, whatever we got to do to iron this out. If not, then it just is what it is. He going to have to take that L if you're not willing to be there. That's just how I go. And if he want to date that person, let him date them. But you can't be, you know what I'm saying, sweating over him, especially if y'all in different states or whatever, hours away. So I would say focus on you if, you know what I'm saying, you're not trying to take things further.
And get your ass to the state that he live in if you really serious about that relationship.
See how serious it is.
Get your ass over there.
See how serious it is.
Or vice versa, make his ass come to you.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, which is why, you know, you've been listening to this podcast for a while, so you know my views on long-distance relationships. They are not relationships. When you sign up for a long-distance situation, you're signing up to have a boyfriend-in-law or a girlfriend-in-law. And that's just facts. You know, it is what it is. So just like Smooth said, you need to close that gap. But y'all are not official. Nope. So what that means is you don't have grounds or leverage to dictate anything. It's messed up. I know y'all might be working toward it. He may be telling you things. Hey, I love you. Let me explain something. Actions or say what words can't. Every time. Need to move accordingly. If he really loved you and really seen himself with you, that gap would be closed, or it would be plans to close that gap. But he hasn't done that. right? So what that means is that he's putting the onus on you. So you are a convenience to him. He may like you for real. He not lying about that. But the love you part, I don't believe that. Because me and my wife was in a similar situation, but I loved her. So that gap closed. And then now we married. You see what I'm saying? Actions tell you what words can't. So until his start to reflect the same thing, you got to move accordingly. And, you know, fact is, y'all are not official. Y'all are not exclusive. So you don't even have leverage to be mad about the situation. You just got to take that. And if you was doing the same thing, he would have to take that.
Because if it wasn't posted, then what?
You would have never knew.
That's real.
You've been in the same situation.
You got to look at it like that.
You've been in the same situation.
You got to look at it like that. So for real, to be honest, if we talking about the sleeves, the Dean is here. If you at the sleeves, that mean he was sloppy. You caught that. He gave you something that you weren't supposed to get.
How did she say?
Because he didn't tell you. You seen it online, then you asked him about it.
She must have tagged him or something.
No, man,
That's how she found out.
You know women is good researchers, bro.
Come on. But for it to be on any social media, that means he's sloppy. You get what I'm saying? So in a way, he was forced to tell you the truth. In a way. But if y'all both single, and he talking about he love you and all that, that should have been on the table regardless. So you got to look at it like that too.
And that's how I know it ain't love.
Exactly.
Because when it's love, you ain't moving sloppy like that.
Not like
you
that.
ain't posting
Not like
nothing
that.
about me.
Exactly.
Even if you are doing some dirt, you going to do your best to hide that.
Exactly.
You ain't going to let the girl post you online pictures and videos in your crib.
No.
Hell no.
Come on, fam.
Hell no.
So,
Hell no.
yeah.
So you gotta watch out for that. You gotta understand. You gotta really sit back and understand what game is going on. Because like I say, all that I said it 2 episodes back. All that shit is just a finesse job. All that shit is a circle, baby. It's just you gotta understand. You gotta take yourself out of the situation and see what it really is. If it really is love that you talking about, go chase that down. If it's love on because you pressed him on a situation, he just trying to make you happy. He not trying to lose your conversation, or if you coming off the ass when y'all do see each other and all this time. He trying to keep it cool. So if it's that, you need to leave that alone, because you always gonna only have a piece of. He's not really there for what you can do for him. He's there for what he can get up out of you.
Yep. Yeah, it's all about action. I think, B, you done said it a few times when we were shooting the Battle of the Sexes about, like, just being honest. Like, yeah, being honest is cool, but you can also manipulate somebody by being honest.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you what I'm doing. So whatever you do after that, you know what I'm saying? It's not on me no more.
In her situation, she caught him. Because if it would, like y'all said, if it wouldn't have been online, she didn't never know.
heard nothing.
But he was still honest about it. They was both talking about they talking to people. Then he got caught.
Yeah, but
he still told.
Yeah, but at the same time, having a woman in your house, kind of like dinner, that's intimate type shit.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
somebody.
that's flagrant.
You get what I'm
That's
saying? That's
flagrant.
somebody.
I know.
The candles lit.
That's
Boy, had
somebody.
music playing.
I don't know. I had some stuff done for me last year, and it was only like 2 months. So
See, but that's a woman though. We talking a man doing that for a woman.
did he?
See, a woman-
Did he do it for her, or did she just
Is at
see
his
a
house.
post?
Is that her,
That's
is
what I'm
that-
saying.
No. Is at his house.
She could have
So
decorated.
for her to even have the key,
Who said she had the key?
come on, bro.
I mean, she had to get up in there. She ain't decorate in front
Left
of him.
the
We ain't
door
doing-
open.
Nah, yeah.
we just played that. Open
He trying to shoot him some
Trying to
bail.
shoot him some bail.
We just
huh?
played that earlier.
He trying to shoot that man some bail. He trying to shoot him some bail. Huh? I feel you.
But nah. Straight up. But yeah, man. So again, you gotta just move on with the actions it's showing you, man. It looks blatantly obvious to me. But again, context is everything. You in it. You know all the details. We don't. We only looking at it from what you done told us. And from what you done told us, it sounds like, you know, you are more of a convenience to him than the love of his life.
That's it.
And you should move accordingly. But on that note, man, we gonna get up out of here. Y'all boys shout out social medias and things of that nature.
SMUV __. I'm still tired from last night. We had a super party and shit, man. Damn, and I lost in spades.
There you go. Just say it a little loud, man. I don't like
Lost in spades.
It ain't the first time.
But I am not to blame.
He shall remain nameless still.
He shall remain.
So _fitness, our platforms, TikTok, Twitter, IG. Shout out to S5 Podcast. We should.
We got another member in the room.
When we dropping that one? Tomorrow? Tonight? We'll probably drop it later. You know what I'm saying? Had a guest appearance, my boy Dial. It's the fam and my cousin P. You know what I'm saying? We all close and shit, just be talking shit. Y'all check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no time doing something, check it out. S5, the SOL5 Podcast.
Oh, D-Trill-AC everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Krew Season. Twitter, Instagram.
Hey, look. I'm sorry to cut you off. But we finally got a community on
Reddit?
On
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. We got a community on Clubhouse.
Yeah. I made it this morning.
Okay.
Please follow the community on Clubhouse.
Facts. We finally got the club set up, man. They don't open it up where you ain't got to apply nothing no more.
Good. I was going to ask you about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So as soon as I seen it, I made it immediately.
So everybody you know, please, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Did you try to take our name?
Nah, I said I want to do it before they try to take our name.
Yeah,
you know somebody try to hold us and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell a friend to join the thing, man. We gonna be going live on that a lot, man. We just had to set this shit up the right way, man. We want to make it like very detailed and fan oriented for y'all.
Facts.
That way when we live on there, y'all get we bring y'all up like 3-4 y'all at a time. Y'all get y'all spill off. Y'all want to pop some shit. Y'all want to go at one of us and all that shit. Just don't go at the God. Got a whole bunch of shit I'm gonna pop off.
Straight up. But yeah, man, Krew Season Instagram, Krew Season Twitter, YouTube. Shout out to the Patreon members. Yeah. Shout out to Kennesaw State. Live show is coming. You know what I'm saying? We still ironing out details and everything as far as the presentation and what type of show we gonna bring, but it's gonna be entertaining. So
regardless.